Good evening and welcome to Reserve Inspirations D&D, where my friends and I play Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition live for your entertainment. My name is Aaron, your Galaxy Master for the duration of this adventure. And hidden in the shadows and the darkness beyond, we have Andy and Kayla, who are making sure that our show runs smoothly, which I must say, so far, pretty good. For our players, we have Lauren playing Tita, the Thry-Krian Way of the Iron Lung Monk. We also have an unrecognizable Mike Bridges, without his beard, as Zaxazior, the Vidalcan Divination Wizard. Yeah, wow. On the flip side, we have Christina playing Plonk, the Radon Rogue Assassin. Sarah, our special guest player, playing Emmy, the Fire Genasi Bard at the College of Glamour. And I believe, Sarah, this is your last day with us for a bit, at least. See if Emmy ever returns to the group, but this will be our last time playing with you for a bit. And finally, of course, on our screen in the bottom right-hand corner, we have Priya as Minerva the Scourge Aesomar Gloomstalker Ranger. Hooray, hooray. So, announcements.
Wow.
Announcements for this week are as follows. Hey, guys, guess what tomorrow is? It's Election Day. So, I would be remiss to not mention that and say, hey, vote, because, our democracy depends on it. But it should be, a wonderful day. I'm planning on staying up all night with many drinks, so we'll see how that goes. But one thing I did want to mention, due to Massachusetts COVID restrictions, Massachusetts is on the naughty list, and our cases have gone up. So there are some new restrictions and guidelines stating that businesses must have all employees gone by 9:30 every day at this point in Massachusetts. So that kind of messes with our time schedule a bit. Not too much of an issue. We are going to push forward the start time to 6:30 instead of 7. And we'll be ending around 9:15 so that we can scoot out the door as quickly as possible. Our videos will still hit YouTube the normal time on Fridays. And of course we have our recap playlists. We also, we had a winner of our final t-shirt giveaway last week, was Mama Bear 219, aka 4Jeff. Now, if you were super upset that, oh man, I wasn't here for the giveaway because, I just wasn't a reliable viewer.
No, love that you turned that around on them. It's your fault you didn't win because you weren't here. So.
Mike and I and Priya have been working to get a Patreon up and running. It's up. It's not beautiful yet. That's Priya's job. She's working on it. So pretty much any of our extra content will be up on there that you can view. Our videos will be up next day if you would like to pay a little bit of money. Also, what?
You went like this, and then you went like that. Yeah, man.
That's my usual greeting.
Definitely give us like another week, and then check out our Patreon. You should be able to purchase a t-shirt there, and that should be fantastic. And another, yet again, adulting and COVID situation is getting in the way of our fun. So unfortunately,
damn adulting and COVID.
So unfortunately, the Game Corner will be taking a short hiatus. But in its place,
we'll go on sabbatical.
Yes. We will return if we feel like playing a game someday. Maybe we'll play a game
semi-permanent sabbatical.
Nothing to worry about.
So, but in its place, because I know you all love our content so much, I'll be introducing a new segment. And you might be saying to yourself, Dungeons and Dragons is such a fun game to watch. I wish I could play it. Well, guess what? You can. Because there's anybody can. Yeah. And I'm there to help you along the way. So what I will do is I will give you little tips and tricks as to how to get a game started, what a DM needs to do to prepare, player etiquette, all that fun stuff. I will make it streamlined for you. The show, or the segments will be called Just the Tip. Just the tips. If you're interested in DMing or GMing, I'll have tips on there to help you along the way. And on that note, I would like to say, speaking of playing D&D, James here at the Game Reserve, owner of the Game Reserve, is looking for 2 to 3 more players for his Sunday afternoon group. They play every other Sunday from 11 to 3 p.m. or 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Their next session is this coming Sunday the 8th. If you are interested, head over to Game Reserve's Facebook page and shoot James a message, and he'll give you all the information that you need. And I'm going to zip my lips now and pass it on over to Priya. Please talk about other things.
Of course. So as usual, you can find us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr. Just search up Reserve Inspiration and we should come up. Also, please feel free to join our Discord server. We have links to that in our Twitch and also our other social media bios. Come hang out with us, talk about D&D, meet some new people. It's a great time in there. There are some awesome memes in the Discord server. And then just another little note about the Patreon, which I am slacking a little and I haven't taken a look at it yet. But as an incentive to get you to check it out, there is going to be a special bonus episode on the Patreon where me and Aaron did a little one-on-one secret special episode about Minerva being away. So if you want to check that out, keep an eye out for that and check out our Patreon. That's it for social media. And for today's space fact, I've got a little bit of like some dazzling information for you. So we all think of Saturn as being the most glamorous planet in the solar system, right? Well, wrong, maybe. Did you know that on Neptune and Uranus, it rains diamonds, or at least it's hypothesized to rain diamonds. And the reason why this happens is because hydrocarbons in the core of the planet are like split apart in the high temperature, and then the carbon aspect of it gets like squeezed into a little diamond, and it rains diamonds there. So yeah, if you want money.
So screw you, Saturn. Neptune's where it's at.
So what you're saying is we need to take a little trip out there.
Yes.
Obviously, my honeymoon
I
should be
have any
on Neptune.
hope of paying off
This
loans,
absolutely.
then yes.
And like, just fill the bag of holding with the diamonds and you're good to go. All right. Does anyone have any other announcements they would like to mention before we get started? No? Good. Anyone in the background there? Andy, Kayla, nothing?
Nope, doesn't sound like it.
They should have had like crickets ready to just play the sound of crickets when they
All right. Well, I guess it's time for a recap. So, last time on Reserve Inspirations D&D, with Minerva reclaimed from the clutches of the Obsidian Order, the team scavenged the wreckage of the Halo ship in search of survivors, bodies, or any supplies useful to their endeavors. With no life support systems functional, it was a race against time in lung capacity to scour each section of the wreckage. Minerva and Tita found the dead body of Anlum, the paladin of the Spite team, and laid his body to rest before the statue of Ayun within the ship's shrine. Random personal belongings of each member were gathered by Plonk and stowed away for some unknown purpose. Useful items, such as a hover speeder, a pair of metallic boots, a pendant necklace, and a few potions were discovered and tucked away by their respective claimants. After searching all of the intact pieces of the Halo ship, one member was still unaccounted for, Minerva's best friend, Modron. But, cutting their losses, the party made their way back to Emmy's Bolt 960 and began the 2 to 3 day journey through empty astral space to their destination, the planet of Ysgard. And that is where we will be picking up today. So, team, what would you like to do?
I would, once we get back on Emmy's ship, I would like to go check on Zin.
Absolutely. So you head to Doc's quarters, where you see him kind of just huddled over this big pile of moss, and he's just like picking at it and kind of putting some aside, throwing stems on the other side, just, kind of organizing. And he just kind of lifts his head up, kind of nods, and then goes back to what he was doing. And you see Zin kind of laid out on a table that has like some blankets and whatnot.
Yeah. So I'll just walk over, and I'm just gonna kind of just like glance over at Doc. How is she?
She's stable. It's just I don't really know how long it'll be until she's up on her feet.
You know what's wrong?
Yeah, I'm not really sure, to be completely honest with you. She's just kind of comatose at the moment.
You see. Well, please keep an eye on her.
Of course.
Thanks. And then Minerva's she's gonna reach into her pocket where she had put Onlum's amulet, and she's gonna place it around Zin.
Oh, okay. All right. Very nice. So you can mark that out of your inventory. And Kayla, just, write that down.
Well, now, girl.
Okay. Do you? So yeah, she is breathing, and it looks as though her breathing has stabled a bit more. They're not as shallow as they were before. And you have like the dock has interesting like red lights kind of set up throughout, and kind of like his moss growing and whatnot in certain corners. So the room has an interesting vibe to it. It's kind of almost I would say a hippie vibe, in overall. There's also the pungent smell of moss permeating the room as well. And other than that though, it's pretty clean in there. It's not like most stoners' houses you go to and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
No, this guy is very clean. Very clean.
Okay, all right, that's cool. How long have I been awake at this point? Like, is it like I know there's no concept of night or day in space, but
you are very, very tired because you didn't get much sleep before because you were tracking the number 2. Not 2, sorry, 4. Might be.
Okay, so yeah, after placing the amulet around Zin's neck, I'll just honestly, I'll probably just leave and like try to go find Emmy and ask if there's anywhere I can sleep.
Sure. So yeah, you can search around for a bit. Not too hard to find Emmy. She makes some noise as she stumbles through the ship halls.
I'm home now.
Whereabouts are you at the moment?
I am trying to get to the closet, whichever one it was that I put number 8 in.
Oh, you don't remember, do you? No,
I mean, it's got to be one of so many closets.
There's only.
She'll find him eventually.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So Minerva, you find Emmy. She looks very kind of lost in space. Look, she's just kind of like oblivious, like looking around, like checking doors and whatnot, poking her head inside and like to move on. But you see her moving through the halls doing that.
All right, Captain, are you looking for someone?
I am, my dear. I am looking for a gentleman I may or may not have put in a closet somewhere around here. You might have known him. He was on the ship.
Right, yeah. I remember seeing you bringing him in.
She's like,
Aaron, was I with Emmy when she actually put him into the closet? I don't, because I've seen them, but I don't remember if I stayed.
In the closet, no. But
okay.
You definitely, when you all kind of collapsed into like the main hull of the ship after the whole battle, you saw him and he was like bound and everything. So you can assume it's him. It could be any of the other random people on the ship that you haven't met as well. So it could have been a member of her crew she was unhappy with, just locked in the closet.
In fact, she's definitely done that at
some point. Yeah. Well, hope you find this person. Is there anywhere I could rest for a bit?
I would then direct her to the lounge.
Oh, yes. The lounge.
Should I walk her there? Maybe it'll jog my memory. Or like,
yeah.
If I peruse the ship a little bit,
there we go.
Come to me.
So as you are leading Minerva to the lounge, you feel the little paw, like claw paws of Mick Dagger scurry up to your shoulder. He's like, hello.
Any news on our interesting friend you had mentioned last time?
Not in the last hour or so, but I will most certainly keep an eye. I will say there's quite the racket coming from the hall closet.
Interesting. Which hall is this?
It is the only main hall that we have.
Right.
God, I love her so much.
Oh, he's just okay.
His little back legs like, oh. Okay, so yes, you lead Minerva to the lounge. And Minerva, you see that little exchange. You don't necessarily hear what they're talking about per se, but you see like the weird little dragon exchange that she has.
Whisperings and canoodlings and
It's just not natural.
So Minerva, you find a place to lay your head. The lounge is maybe a 20 by 15 area. There's a few couches and chairs, like whatever. You could, if you really wanted to, you could hang some hammocks in there. There's a lot of different places to sleep. So.
Captain. I appreciate this. But is there anywhere more private, maybe, where I could sleep for a while?
I honestly don't know.
There's your
I
quarters.
honestly don't.
You have like one of those huge post and beam beds.
Okay, alright, yes, I would. I plan on going about my business, so if she wants to. Alright. Well, then I shall offer her my quarters.
What? Well, what about when you go to sleep, though? I don't want to kick you out of your own room.
The likelihood that I actually make it to my bed and sleep in the same night is very low. So I can assure you that I will be busy and you will be rested.
Well, thanks. If you need it, just kick me out. But yeah, thank you.
High five!
All right. So Minerva, you head to bed.
Wait, did I get the high five though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know,
Oh.
Minerva.
Yeah, she
all right.
did.
Oh, okay.
Just like a
a hesitant, like
Hesitant.
It was like 80% me.
The hand was physically there for you to hit. I'll just say that.
Alright. And now I have to figure where the hell is.
So yeah, you start stumbling around and you'll eventually get to that hall. But Plonk, what are you doing right now?
I want to find a corner, like where nobody really is, kind of like away from everyone,
Okay.
and do my thing.
You can roam around for a bit. The kitchen, well, the mess hall area, the kitchen itself is inhabited. The chef is cooking, but there's no one else in the mess area right now. So if you wanted to take one of the side tables off, kind of in the corner, you can do that.
Yeah, I'll go to like the back corner.
Sure. Another place that's kind of private is one of the two gun areas on the sides. You could go into like one of the gunning decks.
I know. No, I don't want to put it there.
No.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it there because, like, if anybody has to like go in, they'll just be like, yeah.
Okay.
When you see what I'm doing, it'll make sense. It'll make sense in the end.
All right. So you're going to have a seat in the mess hall, and you're going to work on your project.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Tita.
Yep.
What would you?
I want a snack, and then I want to go find somewhere that I can use my little spritzer thing again and get like crazy high, like I did at the nightclub.
All right.
It's going all in.
Roll a d10 for me.
Three.
Well, you head into the kitchen, grab yourself, a pile of food.
So yeah.
Just like pile it up, real tall. And then you kind of look around, you see Plonk's working on something, and you kind of go to look, and she's like,
It's like when a kid's like drawing something.
Yeah, they do.
And
The,
you
like,
come over and they're like,
Yes.
I'm not done yet.
"I'm not done yet."
So you're
That's
like, all right,
me
well,
now.
I'm kind of like,
I'll find another place to do this. And you kind of roam around, and then you walk by the closet that you and Bernadette.
oh yeah. Why did I think that that's where I would go? Of course, that's where I'm gonna go.
So you have your little spritz. So,
So I got the spritz, I got the food.
you go to open the door. It's locked.
Oh! Well, now I gotta find Emmy then, because
Joe, wait!
As you're like...
Yep.
Emmy's stumbling down the hallway.
She just yells, ah! Ah!
At you.
Tita
yelling,
throws his food.
No, I better not. I probably do. I probably get a little like, "Wah," and I probably jostle, maybe lose it, and then I'm mad. So she's stumbling at me, I would assume. She's coming at me.
Oh, yeah.
Em, can I, get in here? As I'm holding, just all of the things.
Well,
I would ask you the same question.
Oh, that's right.
Two
Biggest
small arms
as
and
well,
one big
and
arm for
big
the
arms.
food. The other one's just...
Do I have a key to this door?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
all right,
locked me
okay.
in there with Bernadette.
All right, so I'm gonna unlock this finally, and hopefully.
When the door opens and this guy is just sitting on the floor,
Dead.
staring up at this ant guy.
Oh, because
And
he's
this
in there, right?
flaming-
Number 8 is in there,
Yeah.
right? So now I'm
flaming
like,
haired humanoid. He's like, I've been here for a little bit of time. I don't know if you were aware.
I'm so sorry, my darling.
I
Let me help you
apologize,
up.
but he kind of picks up a bucket and he's like, I peed in this.
You can hold on to that.
Okay.
You can have that.
well, now I'm just
souvenir.
So there's that. Well, no, she's gonna take him out of there, yeah?
Yeah, so...
I don't know.
What's the
grumpy.
plan for me? Am I gonna
Can you,
die,
move?
or...
I literally
You're gonna go eat the
Say, well, my
people.
legs are kind of asleep, but he's I'm trying to lift himself up. May I? Because you're both standing right in front of the door.
Oh, sorry, Queen.
He kind of look at you like, is it okay that I edge my way out of here, or?
I kind of don't think he's gonna, at this point, I don't really think he's a threat.
So yeah, he'll
He's
kind
on
of
my
like
ship, so I'm
slink
not
around.
worried about this.
And he just kind of, here you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna just find a surface, lay out all my things.
So what now?
So nobody knows who this guy is, right?
I
just
people
have
that would know
somebody
who it is.
from a ship.
Interrogate him, okay?
Minerva. No, Minerva doesn't know him. 2 knows him. And I think that's really, 2's probably the only person on the ship that knows him well enough to say anything about him.
Doesn't, but she doesn't know him.
Yeah. You do, but you don't.
Do it.
So
Yeah.
2's really the only person that, he knows Minerva, but Minerva doesn't know him.
He knows Minerva.
But she doesn't know him.
She's like, yeah, that's right, what?
Okay.
See, he's just standing in the hallway.
Why do
Can
they
I shut the door? They're
Everything's
clearly
going-
having an awkward moment, so I'm just gonna
Now, I believe you said you would like to utilize
I'm gonna use my
your
spritz,
spray.
yeah.
Let me find the specifics on that.
in the closet by yourself?
with a bunch of.
What could possibly go wrong?
It's a broom closet. At least I'm not in the thing and gonna shoot stuff.
All right,
Oh, God.
so here we go.
Come
Here we
on,
go.
guys.
No, you're just gonna fight a broom.
So you spritz this in your face.
probably win, though.
I need you to make a
Probably.
Constitution
I don't know.
save.
Save. Okay. 14.
Oh, that saves. All right. So you begin to go on a journey. And, Tita, Lauren, why don't you describe the journey that you see?
Oh my god, it's that video that Minerva posted of the moss patch.
If you don't know what we're talking about,
It's
head to
literally-
our Discord. you will see a video of just a big moss patch, and it's pretty funny.
Just a big rolling hills of moss.
Just
No,
moss and just...
Maybe I'll like kind of flash back to like just like me and my broski, like me and Zach like chilling or something. I feel like I would kind of like go back in that kind of way and just
kind of float around,
reminisce a bit, and then but also be like tripping and having a fantastic time.
Yeah. And that's exactly what happens because you passed your con save.
Yes! Oh my god, this is fantastic!
Zaxa, what are you doing?
Zaxa is going to limp over to 2.
Okay, yeah.
And get more information from her.
Sure. She's chilling in the lounge.
Good. I will chill in the lounge. By chill, I mean collapse.
She's like, looks like you've been through a lot.
But yeah. Relevant, very relevant.
That's how you are in real life.
Right.
Sometimes. What's up?
Aren't we all?
So yeah, she's
just laying like face, just slowly laid down, face first on the ground, and then just like, oh right, I need information, and then just slowly standing back up, just making like, take out the book.
She's just sitting there like expectantly waiting. Like, hey, can you take any longer to straighten up and pull your book out? Like,
oh man, I don't think he could. What does he want to ask?
That's a good question.
Good question,
You've
Mike.
only had a
How
week
long?
to think about it.
You said they gave you spells. You said you have spells.
I do have a spell book, yes, and by they I assume you mean the elves. They didn't necessarily give me spells. In fact, it was quite the opposite. But
I thought you guys already like book traded.
No.
Not yet.
Book trading is a lot more complicated than just being like, here's my book.
Do you want to see my book?
I'll show you mine if you show me yours. So they didn't just give it to you. Did you have to buy it?
Well, no. What happened was more that, well, if I must, I will give you a little bit of background of myself, if you don't mind. It'll only make it easier than just giving you bits and pieces.
I don't mind at all. He's awake now. That's it.
Well, I'm not sure how old you were when the elves came, but I was 10. You do. You were 7. You did the voiceovers for them.
I know, but I don't remember. He remembers.
That's true. You remember everything with your keen mind feat.
Yes.
So she was 10. So she's like, meaning I'm 103 at this point. And I was one of 50 that were taken to experience the elves' planet, the Feywild, and all the beauty and the gifts that it can provide. I grew up as a handmaiden to Miss Suellis Winterbottom. She was a young, noble woman from the house in Verno, which you have no idea what that means.
Right, yeah.
Good,
we're on the same page.
Now, Suellis herself studied the arcane arts, and I picked up, a bit of it fairly quickly. Kind of studying over her shoulder and whatnot, but her father, Duke Artarak Winterbottom, learned that I dabbled in the Fae's sacred art, and he did not... What I didn't realize was that he was part of a cult at the time, the cult of the Queen of the Air and Darkness. Are you familiar?
Not at all.
Well, they're not the kindest folk. and they believe that Fey magic is holy and meant for the Fey alone. So, when he saw that I, not a member of the Fey, was wielding their magic, he decided to take me to the Archpontiff and have me executed as a sacrifice.
Uh-oh.
Luckily for myself, number one happened to be on planet and saw me struggling in the back of the cart that he was pulling me in. That's kind of how I met him and why I was with him up until just yesterday.
So, what made you betray him?
Betray one?
Yes.
Well, he has essentially betrayed all of us. In his thirst for, I suppose it's revenge, or to find his long-lost love, he lost himself. And he was no longer the kind and benevolent person he used to be. Minerva opened my eyes to that, and I noticed that the tables were turning on the ship, and I decided to cut my losses and keep my life and join with Minerva again.
The turns tape.
But I know you said you were interested in the magic that I hold, or I should say that my book holds. So if you'd like, I can show you what I have available in there. I don't know if you have the supplies to write it in, but here is my spellbook. She hands hers over, and she's expectantly waiting with her hand out for yours.
Oh yeah, I'll go.
Okay, and she starts flipping through and looking at
It's
the
only
different ones
fair.
that you have. So those are some spells. She does say, if you are without supply, I do have some paper and ink, not a ton, but I could potentially sell some to you if you need it. But you have some time. There's a 2 to 3 day journey to get back to Ysgard. So if you would like to copy down any of those spells with the supply that she is willing to sell to you, then you may do so. At least either 2 first level spells. Oh, sorry. It's 2 hours per... Yeah, so you could probably get them all done, anything that you wanted by the time you get back to Ysgard. As long as you have the supplies.
Good. Okay. I will review these.
Okay.
You can go ahead and come back to me.
8 is in the hall with you. You just not locked Tita in, but closed the door behind Tita. And 8's like, so what do we do now?
May I interest you in a cup of coffee?
That would be delightful.
Wonderful then. And then we'll just start walking down.
All right, so you can head there, and you see when you get to the mess hall, you see Plonk kind of with her back to like the doorway, and she's kind of like constructing something and doing whatever. But
is there like room to not be weird about that?
oh, there's other tables. You can just kind of wave and do your thing if you want. That's fine, not a problem.
Yeah, you just wave and go see if we can get a coffee.
Yeah, so the two you can do that. Any conversation you'd like to have with him, or just kind of just
general light conversation.
kind of get a vibe off of him.
Yeah.
You want to do an insight check?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a child doing something wrong, she is. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
13 plus 8.
13 plus... You have an 8 in insight?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was like. Wow. Yeah, you can tell that this guy, he talks a little bit about joining the Obsidian Order. And it was like a convenience thing for him. He's one of those kind of go with the flow guys. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Very intelligent, and quick on his feet when it comes to like crafting and creating things. But overall, he's pretty laxed, and he's just willing to put his feet up and have a drink or whatever. Doesn't seem to be any malintent.
Okay. I'll accept this.
Well, okay,
For now.
depending on the extent of what you're trying to do, how long do you think it would take for you to complete the task that you're trying to complete?
Oh.
A couple days, probably the journey, or a little bit less.
Oh,
maybe?
not a couple days. At least like a couple hours.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not too extensive because I have everything right there. So I just kind of have to like lay everything out, and then I like do that, and then like I look at it, and then I'm like, no, and move it again. So I've moved it a couple times. It's pretty much all set. I'm just kind of hiding it so that nobody sees it before the person I want to see it sees it.
Yeah, you can even take like a cloak and like kind of hang it up over the thing.
Yeah, I want to try to like. Words.
Yeah.
I don't know what the word that I'm trying to use is.
Keep it concealed and hidden until.
Hide it.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's a tough one.
Wow. That's a dig deep for that.
My eye was twitching earlier.
All of a sudden, Kubrick comes
Words are
busting
hard.
into the mess hall,
Oh, my
and he's got the mess hall has those double swing doors.
Oh,
so
no,
it's just
they
like,
don't. Don't say like a saloon. Stop it.
And when he comes in, his
And a
duster
tumbleweed
just
goes
kind of
by.
exactly.
behind him.
Exactly.
Plonk is going to yell across the room, "Get out!"
He just like freezes in the doorway, and you can see his face was already upset. And he's got like he's looking pretty shaggy at this
It's
point.
like I
too.
hear the doors open, and I just go, "Get out!"
You don't even know that it's him, or you?
Yeah, I don't know it's him. I don't care that it's him. I just don't want anybody to see it before she does.
Can I just do her a solid and do like a silent image of like a whole curtain around her so that
Look at
I
that.
would
now
love that.
Look at that.
Okay,
So now you don't even
we're
need to
just
yell at
gonna do
Cooper.
that
But
now.
I'm still kind of like,
No, I'll see that when she yells
Nobody
"get out,"
look.
I'll feel bad, and I'll just like,
nobody look at
put a
it.
curtain over there, like okay.
So
It's not for you.
So those of you who are in the mess hall and are paying attention to Cooper because he busts in, you can see that he's looking pretty disheveled at this point. He's got big bags under his eyes. He's got like little more than 5 o'clock shadow coming in. His coppery red hair is just all like scraggled and whatnot, even under his hat. It's like poofing out at the sides. And he just looks very flustered. And he comes like all busting in, and she yells at him, and he's like, he just stops for a second, and then you put the curtain up, and he's like, and just goes and over and like starts like picking at some of the food.
I'm gonna
It
have
wasn't
to. Can
because
he
it was
hear
him.
me from where he is?
If you talk at like
Yes,
a
it
regular
was.
volume.
Okay, so I'm gonna remind him that we do have stellar shower facilities here, sir. If you should feel the need.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm aware. Because, our last ship was missing a shower due to, an unfortunate event. He's just like starts slamming trays around.
Oh, so you're just not used to taking your shower.
He's like,
Be glad I'm not there. Tito would be throwing hands.
he's like, it doesn't have much to do with not showering. It's more not sleeping. And he just kind of like, he has a pile of like mismatched food. Like he's got spaghetti with an apple. And then he's got like, there's such weird things all combined
It's like
on
a
his plate.
toddler's lunch. They decide what they want to eat, so they just have a little bit of everything.
And he just kind of like starts to storm out back through the doors.
If kindergartners
upset.
packed their own lunch.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
definitely,
yeah.
for sure.
Exactly.
Like,
little
this
pudding
guy
cup.
needs somebody to talk to.
Oh, cool.
Shepherd's pie with
Fruit Loops.
with Fruit Loops and
God, ew.
and peas.
Ew.
And mashed potatoes. And the hamburger. Okay.
So this day, if there's any other tasks you would like to complete, and yes, we'll get to you finishing your thing. Minerva's sleeping for 8 hours. Anyone else who wants to get some sleep in, may do so.
Yeah, I wanted to just like get lit in the closet, eat all my snacks, and then
Crawl out in it.
I'd probably be. I'll have to talk to Doc later about getting some moss. So I'll probably just go find some couchy thing to lay down
Yeah,
on.
you just
in
kind of
the
like
lounge,
open the
whatever.
door, crawl your way out, like. looking
Yeah.
around. Yeah, eventually find your way to the lounge. Sure.
Yeah, for
Sleep. Plunk, you finish your project.
Yeah.
Much of much of the ship has gone to sleep at this point. So it's up to you what you'd like to do, but I would say that your project is complete.
I'm going to sleep on the floor right outside of the curtain so that nobody sees it.
How long does your silent image last for?
It is only 10 minutes.
It was there. It was there
long
until
enough so that
Cooper left.
nobody
Left, and
bothered
then it's
her,
already gone.
and
Okay.
then-
So you're just
yeah.
gonna lay next to it?
I'm going
Yeah.
to find something to cover it.
Okay, yeah, you can find like a tablecloth
Yeah.
or some kind of sheet or whatever. Not
Yeah.
a problem. Zoxa, have you had
And
a
then
chance
I'll go to sleep.
Sure. Do you want to go in the lounge? I'm assuming
Yeah.
there's enough surfaces for people to sleep
Oh,
on.
are you gonna come spoon me, boo?
Zoxa,
Yes.
you are with 2, and she's kind of looking through your spells.
I thought you were going to say she's kind of done with your spells.
She's.
Oh,
you have a
man.
few interesting spells here that I would like to copy down myself, if you don't mind.
Of course.
Very well. Do you need any supplies?
Yes.
How much would you like?
I'm only interested in 2 of your spells. So, however much I need for that.
Which spells are they?
Magnify gravity
Yeah.
and immovable object.
Well, that's a second level. All right, so
Yes.
you would need 150 credits worth of ink and paper, and it would take you 6 hours to inscribe both of those spells into your book.
And how many more credits do I need to scribe them? Or do I just...
No,
Copy them.
it's 50 credits per spell level.
Okay. So 150 and I got...
total.
Cool. I can do that.
So yeah, you can transfer that off to his chip, which you see as you are doing that the name that pops up is not the number 2, but Vunisa.
Vunisa.
Vanessa.
How do you spell that?
VUN.
Okay.
The I with like the little what are the
Umlaut.
Accent?
All right,
Or
yeah,
accent? Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't think
And
I
then
don't think it's an umlaut,
SSA.
it's
The little yeah.
Cool.
with the yeah.
Yeah, so that she's interested in a couple of yours as well, so you can trade and scribe and do all that fun stuff. Would you like to
Absolutely.
sleep before doing that, or would you like to do this throughout the evening and
Oh no, we're gonna sleep because I need to sleep.
all right, so you take a nice long rest. You take a nice long rest. You
So
take
we're
a
all
nice long
long
rest.
resting?
Minerva, you take a nice long rest. And no, you do not. I know, it's crazy. You do not get a message from Azazel. I have a feeling I had a feeling that's what you were waiting for, but there is no
Ooh, she's
message.
so grumpy. Look at her face.
Grumpy cat.
Foiled again!
And
Yeah.
Emmy, is there any final things you'd like to do before you go to sleep? You
Um,
were chatting with 8. If you'd like to try to, we don't have to actually have the conversation, but if you would like to roll a persuasion check to try to get 8's actual name, you can do that.
Do I-
Sure.
Do I have anything? Any dreams or anything?
You do not. You do not.
It's a 9 plus 9.
9 plus 9, 18, yes. You end up putting a little something in his coffee, you get to chat and getting a little tipsy and
Yeah,
whatnot.
because I need
and
to
then-
go to sleep.
Yeah.
My next move is to fall off the chair and just fall asleep.
Exactly. His name is Marcus.
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 Can I just assume how to spell that?
It's Mackus.
All right, I spelled it different.
Just like you call every one of your crew members something different.
I'll just come up with whatever.
All right. So you all head to sleep. You can update your sheets to long rest, all your hit points back, spell slots, key points, all that fun stuff.
Yes, all my key points.
All my
Oh,
points,
before
bro.
I do pass out, I'm sorry. I did want to try and tell Marcus, just so he does know, like, I do have the advantage on this ship, so don't be a dick.
It's like, listen, I'm
like,
not
you're
gonna try
welcome
anything.
here. Like, that's fine. If you want to get off at the next train station,
Don't be a jerk.
whatever.
I might
But-
get off at Ysgard, you know, if you want to have me around longer. I got nothing to do now, so...
Interesting.
Interesting. So, you all wake the next morning, refreshed, as some
So
of you
refreshed.
have had a long time where you did not sleep. And yeah, this is the second day of travel, out of 2.5 to 3. So, is there anything you would like to do during this day?
Is there somewhere on the ship that I can find out how much money is on that chip that I got?
Absolutely, you can head to the cockpit
Then I would
and
do
talk
that.
to either Kubrick or Punch.
Oh,
Or punch.
Eugene or Punch.
Sorry, is
aka
Eugene in there? 'Cause-
Ew.
So you head to the cockpit.
Yep.
When you open it up, of course.
Oh.
Kubrick is there. Punch is there as well. The little Barbie.
Is it one of those like I see Kubrick first? I'm like, oh, but then I look and then I
the
see
door
that he's-
opens this way and he's in like the right hand
Yeah,
side
and
seat.
I'm like,
you're
and then I
you
just,
just see
keep
the hat.
pushing it, and then I'm like, oh,
Punch is there.
okay.
And he turns and he, like I said before, he's just like got, some scruff, huge circles under his
I would
eyes.
for sure comment.
He's like, "Hey, Tita, what's up?"
Coop, you're looking a little rough around the edges, bro.
Yeah, well, I don't really want to talk about it right now, but later, if you want to, we can, hang out and chat.
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
in the
just
middle
doesn't
of that
even know what
sentence, you would've
to
just
say.
been
Like,
yeah, cool, no.
yeah, sure.
Cool, sounds great.
Punch
Give me a
turns,
call.
he's like, "Is there something that I can help you with?"
Yeah. I just totally turn away from Kubrick. I whip out the chip, obviously. Can you just like give me a balance on this?
Of course, and he takes it and puts it in. And this you got from the
This is
sorcerer,
what-
right?
No, I thought I took it off of Onlum.
Okay, so you got Onlums. Okay, so yes.
I thought.
Well, because I know you had his, and then you also had.
No, the other one I
thought-
know how much I have is on it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
Okay,
the
I
one
thought Plonk had one.
Nope.
Mm-mm. No,
Oh.
Tita's got two. So this one, when
Nobody
he
trusts
types
me
it up
with
on the
money.
screen in front of him, Onlum's face comes up with like his name.
Well,
and
I
everything.
mean-
and then the balance.
Whatever.
I've got this here
yeah,
somewhere.
whatever.
Whatever. Fine.
It's just funny. 'cause
Alright,
Tell
here we
her
go.
what
we
she's
give you the
won.
chip.
Right? Let's find out who won.
Where the heck is his thing? Oh, that's on his dead body. Where's his room?
On my dead body.
There we go. You have 622.42 credits.
Dude, I'm so pumped.
Wait, aren't these bodies floating out in space? Is there a chance that they, with the things on them, that they float by at some point?
Float by the spaceship rocketing through some...
Onlum's body was...
Caught a wind? We gotta go in,
Hey, was it...
Onlum's body was laid to rest at the Island Shrine in one of the sections of the ship.
Yes.
However, Olve's body was cast out into astral space, so she is
Just saying.
floating out and about somewhere
Just
in
saying.
astral space.
It's there.
It's there.
All
Yeah.
is
You wake up. You
depending on
wake
how
up
you
and
look
look
at
out
it.
the window and you just see.
It's like stuck to the front of the the
So
ship.
cold, it's like frozen. sorry.
No, you're good.
That's-
Punch turns to you
Yeah.
and says, are you planning on using the funds on this ship?
I mean, if I can, obviously, yeah.
You may have a difficult time in a civilized place, such as some type of store.
Can I whip out the other chip?
You have two.
Can we, like...
Hands it. He's like, may I? And he's like, stand in front of the screen, and you kind of stand there and just like stare at it, and then he presses a button. It's like with light, and you're blinded for a second.
All four arms. Grab it.
And then on the screen, an image of you like.
Yes!
You have to make this face every time now.
I am so excited.
And he.
Somebody looks in the picture when you go to buy something and you do the exact same thing.
Yeah, they
picture
like
of this,
look at
and
it and
then
they're
look
like,
up.
is it really you? And then I'm like, oh.
Oh, it is. So you can combine. He's going to combine
one
both
chip, one chip.
bounces onto one chip with
Okay.
your face and name on it.
Got it. Combination station. All set. Cool.
Oh man. Anything else you'd like to do today?
First off, thanks. I'm gonna dap him up with my 80 hands.
Cooper goes to give you daps.
I just the little guy needs it. The guy needs it right now. Much as I hate to.
He like slouches back into his chair and just turns.
All right,
back
you
to
know
his
what? I'm
seat.
gonna be nice. I'll give him like a half of an actual dap with
He
like
gets
one big and one little arm.
a smile. You see the
Aw.
first smile in like at least 24 hours on Cooper's face.
Aww.
All right, and then you head out.
Ew, no more of that.
And then I am going to what am I going to do?
Think about it, and we'll
Yeah.
bounce around. Captain Emmy.
Waking
She's
up
like-
in the cafe.
Yeah.
Like,
Drool
yeah,
just
yeah.
coming up with
on the
this.
floor.
Okay.
Chef is there with a mop, like ready to clean up. He's like, "You leave this in my kitchen."
Yes. I'll just get up like I'm the cat and he just like shooed me with a...
Good morning.
Plunk, you wake up roughly the same time as you hear him be like, "Ah!"
Yeah, I'm gonna go in and make sure that nobody touched anything, and just kind of.
Oh wait, you didn't sleep in the mess hall. Oh, you went into the lounge.
I
My
went
apologies.
to-
So give me
into
1
the
sec. I'll
lounge.
come to you in a second.
Okay, okay.
Because we're in the kitchen with.
Well, that's
Anna.
why I felt bad about that. So I'm just gonna kind of scurry away and maybe try and...
8 is not there. You must have passed out without him, and he just went somewhere.
Interesting.
Yeah, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Plunk, Zaxa, and 2 all wake up in the lounge area. And yeah, it looks like she fell asleep on your spell book, like, scrolling. But,
Aw, it's like if you guys fell asleep
Trade
on
back
the phone
now, and we
together.
can write our respective spells in our respective spell books.
Is that what you want to do for the next 6 hours? It's just spell writing. All right, so you go find a nice quiet place. Probably the mess hall is the best place to. There you have like actual tables and chairs that you can sit at and scribe at.
It's the only place.
Just make
She's
sure
gonna-
it was already mocked.
Oh, I never got
Not
the
in a
tour
good mood.
either. I was busy going back for Kubrick.
He's just gonna wander about
I
the
feel
hall
like
until
in the days it took you to get to
Oh, yeah.
the Halo ship, you probably made your way
Mapped
around.
out the whole thing.
because I know that you love maps. So Plunk and Zaxa, Zaxa and 2 or Vanessa, they end up going to the mess hall to scribe their books. What are you doing, Plunk?
I woke up, saw that other people were awake, ran to the mess hall.
You run in through those double swing doors. You look around, and your thing is exactly how you left it.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Chef, can I have some coffee?"
But of course. And you get that ready for you.
he slams,
Um,
slams them up.
And then I'm going to sit in front of the thing with my legs crossed, coffee in my hands, waiting.
Big smile on your face?
Yep.
Yep. All right, Minerva, it takes you some time to wake up as you were very, very exhausted. But you eventually come to probably an hour or 2 after everyone else.
Yeah, she just she's so angry. She's so angry. She wakes up and she just like looks upwards and like glares, and then like she just rolls back over. She doesn't get out of bed.
Okay. So Plonk, you have been waiting so patiently for Minerva to get up. But she hasn't gotten up yet.
I know. I'm just sitting there.
So you're waiting and waiting.
I've had 3 coffees
At
at
least.
this point.
Your foot is tapping so vigorously.
The chef is concerned.
my pupils are now like
Manny has come in and out of the kitchen like 4 times to clean. since
Naturally.
yeah.
Naturally.
Cleaning the tables with a hammer.
No, his version of cleaning is more. He has a rag, but he just one circular motion in the same spot on the table for like 10 minutes, and then he'll leave.
Until the table saws in half.
I'm beginning to think I need to do a performance review
on every
on me.
on every table,
Hi,
there's
we're
a
here
worn
6 months
circle.
from now.
Yeah,
So,
I've got another guy lined up. Maybe he's good at fixing things. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
I'm just gonna sit there and wait.
Okay.
Because it's just... I gotta be there.
Yeah. Minerva, how long do you stay in bed for?
All day.
I was waiting. Yeah, I'm waiting.
I don't think she gets out of bed unless there's a reason and it's like the ship is on fire. I don't think.
Yeah, you all. If you don't mind, I'll just real quick point out a
It's-
few things. One, a good friend of yours is in a coma. Two, your best friend is missing. Your other allies are dead.
Yeah, this is why she's not getting out of bed.
Oh, I know. I know.
We're with you, girl.
Your
My angel abandoned
I was
me.
just gonna say your deity or your angel Azazel has abandoned you, or so it seems. And yeah, just nothing seems to be going your way at the moment.
Plonk sitting there with a smile on her face, pupils huge, one tear.
I could just
Down.
I could just see if this was like a movie or a show or something. It's one of those split screens where
Yeah,
it
where
just
it's like
shows
her sleeping and they're
Minerva
just-
angrily rolling around in bed and putting a pillow over her head and all this stuff, and then on the other side is Plonk just like big smile, and then over time it's just like.
And then I'm just kind of like throw the coffee down and just kind of sit there like.
This is my floor!
At this point, I would probably be trying to get back into my room because I maybe forgot that she was in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Easy enough
Probably
to
forgot
stumble
she's-
your way in. You do have a lock on the... Minerva, would you have locked the door?
No.
No, okay. So you just stumble, fall, catch yourself, and...
And wait, is she awake or is she still sleeping?
She's awake.
Yeah, she's awake, just kind of angrily awake.
Oh, alright. Well, then I'll just stumble in and just say, "Oh, my apologies, my dear. I just need to grab a few things." Just creep
She just-
around.
She just kind of nods and she gets up to leave.
Okay.
Oh, that was easier than I thought. I had to, like, give her a pep talk.
Minerva, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm just picturing this downtrodden female heroine here just dragging along her armor behind her.
I know, I can't let this go
Like, so
on. It's
sad, just so
depressing.
sad.
Like, I don't want to see her go away.
Still have the mask on, though, I'm sure.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Can't tell if she's sad, but you know she's sad.
Her body language.
I was gonna say the body language. You could tell she's just all slumped
Yeah.
and like.
It's really sad music.
She
playing.
didn't like. She didn't say anything to you. Like, she's not a very talkative person anyway, but like she just like she doesn't like even like say a word as you like go about your stuff.
Aw.
Trying to think of like other like body language things.
What was it? What? I didn't catch that.
Oh, say that again, Priya? You cut out.
Like, so she's not like a very talkative person anyway, but like she literally just like says nothing. Like when you're going about like just doing your things and stuff, like she doesn't even really like ask to like stay or anything. Like she just doesn't say anything at all.
All right. Where is your next destination, Minerva?
I'm gonna go.
Mom's like, damn it, fucking come over here.
I don't know that Plonk has been waiting
Yeah,
there.
right, right.
You don't.
Yeah, I
You
know.
don't.
No, so I think she's she's gonna go back to Doc's room, actually. A little area.
Yeah, when you head inside, you expect to see Doc and Zin, which you do, but you also see Diambra in there. And she's talking to Doc in hushed tones as you enter. And she kind of just like turns and notices you. She's like, "Oh, good. Minerva, glad you're here. You feeling better?"
She still... She doesn't say anything. She just, she kind of stops for a second, like, to look at Diambra, and then she goes over to where Zin is, and she pulls up a chair, and she just sits by Zin's bed.
Yeah. Diambra is going to just kind of give you a moment to sit there by herself, and then after a bit, and she finishes her conversation with Doc, she comes and kind of sits down next to you and just kind of puts her arm around your shoulder and leans her head on you.
Minerva's, like, a little bit tense at first, but, like, she doesn't, like, push her away or anything.
Yeah, and she just stays there. She's silent. She doesn't say anything. She just kind of sits there with you. All right. Tita.
What was I doing before? Oh, I got my chip read. Oh, I want to also, surprise, go see Doc.
Okay. When you arrive...
this is such a sullen scene.
When you arrive, you see Minerva and Diambra just kind of sitting silently over Zinessi's bed.
Okay.
Just kind of, like, Diambra has her arm around Minerva, just kind of like, you know, comforting her.
Okay.
But Doc is just kind of off at his desk, kind of just writing.
Okay, so I'm gonna, I have to, like, walk by where they are, I assume, to get to where he is. Like, walk. Or is it kind of opposite sides?
So yeah,
like...
I should have described the room
Okay,
a little bit better. When you first walk in the door, it's kind of maybe about 12 feet or so in front of you, and to the right is where the table is that Zinessi's laid out on, and they're kind of sitting up.
Yep.
Doc is on the far other side of the room, the left-hand side at a desk, and he's got like a grow area with these crazy lights and stuff next to his desk. But yeah, he's kind of off on the left-hand side of his room.
Okay, so yeah, I'll kind of walk in, just like take a survey of the area. I think he would maybe almost like think about going like towards like Minerva and Zin for like a check-in, but then seeing like Diambra there and that they're kind of having like a minute, just kind of like maybe not, and then just go over towards Doc's side. Does he like see me? Is he super busy? Do I need to like? He's just what's happening?
He's just writing some notes, and when he hears you, like your little clickety clacks approaching,
Clickety clacks.
Oh hey, and he kind of just like turns over his piece of paper.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of peruse. You said there's like all sorts of plants and stuff.
Yeah,
like
there's
next
different
to his
colors.
desk.
There's different types of moss of different varieties and shades and whatnot.
Okay, so I'm gonna does he have any other types of plants or anything in the room that I can see other than moss?
He has other plants, but they just kind of look like house plants type situation.
I want to ask him about my flower thing, but I don't know if I think that he would even know anything. Fuck it, we'll just ask anyway. All right, so I'm gonna while I'm perusing his little moss thing with my little pincers, I'm like, so look, if I give you something to look at, you think you can maybe tell me about it? And then I'm already like getting it out of the pouch.
I could certainly take a look at it. Yeah, of course.
Don't get any of it in your face.
Okay.
Well, because the last time I got some in my face, I got violently ill.
And he'll
So I'm gonna hand him the thing. I'm gonna hand him the flower.
see if he knows anything about this particular type of flower.
I stole it from what's her face's house.
Oh yeah.
Fake child.
You sure this wasn't the one that was in the hotel lobby?
No, it was pink. The pink one with the yellow and the pink. That's when
I
I
stole
clipped.
the thing.
Remember, I had to like sleight of hand check it, and I snipped it.
Okay, yeah.
From...
No, I'm pretty sure that was the hotel.
Oh, from the hotel?
Yeah.
Alright, fine, whatever. Whatever flower
It's hard to
that I
keep
stole.
track of all
It's hard
these
to keep
flowers
track.
that you're all
It's hard
trying
to keep
to
track.
take.
Thieving flowers.
Let's see his role. He's like,
This looks like it's one of the Ysgard stemlings.
Oh, and what is that?
Well, this it can be quite poisonous, and
Yeah, tell me about it.
if you breathe in the pollen, you could
I
first
could've-
off
I
get
could've
very, very
what?
ill, and probably fall asleep as well.
Oh, so like, I'm not gonna die though?
It might feel like you're gonna die, but I don't think you'll die.
Alright, cool, thanks. I'm gonna shove it back in my bag. I'm not gonna remember what he said, but that's fine. I'll just know, yep, it's bad, don't eat it, okay?
Don't eat it.
Yeah, don't eat it or get it in your face.
Good rule. Good rule.
And then I think I will go back to perusing the moss a little bit.
well, actually, as you start to do that, he turns to you. He's like,
I wish I'm looking to leave this somber fest here for a little bit and maybe go smoke some of that moss if you want to join.
Yeah.
No one ever hangs out in the left-hand gun deck. We can just go there.
All right. So I'll just go.
See,
with him.
good thing I didn't choose one of the guns.
so you the two
All right, I'll
you
just
head
go
there.
with him. Yeah.
And when you enter the gun deck, there is like this small like manual like notepad that was on the thing. As you open the door, you don't know if it was like suction or something, but the notepad just falls and hits the floor.
Can I pick it up? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay.
Nice.
Like, does it say anything? Like, I'm gonna
it
pick it
just
up.
has,
Look
it
at
has like coordinates, and it just looks like someone's notebook. Just like notes for the gun itself, like angles and
Okay.
whatever.
So I'm just gonna. I'm like,
You pick up the notebook. Looks like a notebook.
thanks.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I guess I'll just like toss it back. I don't really care if
All
it
right.
doesn't say anything.
Yep. So the two of you hang out there, hotbox it.
Yes.
Zaxa, after 6 hours of scribing and writing and focusing on this, you have now scribed those 2 spells into your spellbook. And the next time you sleep and decide, you can then choose those to have prepared for the day.
Hell yeah.
Minerva, how long would you like to spend just sitting at Zanessi's side?
Until literally something else moves me.
Okay. Plonk, how
Plonk
long
is
are
just-
you willing to sit by your creation waiting for Minerva?
I'm now very upset that she hasn't come in.
Literally everyone else has come and gone from the mess hall.
Yeah.
Except for
Food,
her,
just
except for
she's
her.
the only one.
Yep. So,
It's like one of those time lapse things.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
watch everyone else coming and going at like fast speed.
the next person that comes in, I'm gonna be like,
Hold on, let me roll to see who the next
See
person
who that
coming in
is.
is.
oh, great.
Manny.
It is
It
Manny.
is Manny.
Manny comes, just like slowly opens one of the doors, looks around.
It's been a while
Walks
since you
in.
cleaned the tables again.
Cleaning. He goes up to like the bar area, not the bar area, but where you would get your food if it was like
A counter.
yeah, a counter. And he just starts cleaning over there.
Nope.
You're waiting on someone else?
Yep.
All right, hold on. Oh god.
Somebody that I can
Oh,
communicate
Kubrick!
with. That's fine. I'll take it.
Kubrick walks in. He looks pretty disheveled.
Oh my
And
god, still didn't take a
downtrodden.
shower already.
My god.
Just.
What?
Rude.
I showered this morning.
Did you though?
It doesn't look like he did.
It's a little sus.
Okay. Can you get Minerva? I've been waiting waiting for her to come in all day and she hasn't.
Is she okay?
I guess she's kind of upset with, all of her friends dead.
Wow.
No, yeah.
I get it. But but can you go get her?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
hoping
It's not like
she-
I was gonna eat or anything, and he just kind of like shoves his
Oh, God, Cooper. I'm so glad I'm not there right now.
leaves. So you're sitting there for a little bit. It probably takes about a half hour for Cooper to find her and then bring her there. But eventually he goes, opens the door to Doc's room and sees the two of you over by Zanessi. He's like, "Hey, Captain. Well, I don't know if we're calling you Captain now or if that's the other one, but whatever. Plonk wants to see you in the mess hall."
She ignores it. Right? She's like,
She doesn't stand up.
You're not really gonna make me do this, huh? Okay. He leaves. Comes back to the mess hall. She's not coming. He goes right back over the counter, starts grabbing.
His spaghetti
I'm just
and
gonna
apples.
quietly cry. Because I can't. I'm like, I want to go get her, but I don't want to leave it because I don't want anybody to see it.
Can you make a sleight of hand check for me?
Yeah. Uh, 12 plus 6.
Oh, completely silent tears. He does not know that you're crying.
Sleight of hand, Peter.
I'm just gonna cry
silently.
To hell you are, roll for that. Okay, you cry silently.
It was a.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
is there anything? Oh, was there anything that you wanted to do today?
Now that I'm in my room, I wanted to look at those 2 potions I got and see if I know what it is, and if not, go and find Doc.
Give me an
Drink them
Arcana check.
anyway.
Right? I mean, I didn't know what it is. I just wanted to taste it.
Oh, damn. Yeah, terrible. It was a 7.
Yeah.
So-
There's 2 potions, and you have no idea what they are.
Excellent. I gotta go find my man Doc then.
Okay.
Me up in the.
So you head
I
to
lo-
Doc's room.
I love that most people are going to Doc's room instead of the mess hall.
Oh, I just realized I was still
Oh,
wearing
yeah.
Cooper's stupid hat.
Ew.
So you make your way to Doc's room, pop the door open. Doc is not there. However, Minerva and Diambra are sitting by the bedside table of Zanessi, facing away from you.
Oh. This.
Diambra kind of like
Awkward.
looks back and she's like, "Do you need something, Emmy?"
I was just looking for Doc.
I believe he left with Tita maybe an hour ago.
I probably know exactly where they are.
Make an intelligence check.
I feel like I would have been in there anyways with Doc at some point. What is this? Oh, well, I rolled an
Straight
18,
intelligence.
so
Oh.
yeah, 19.
Yeah. You know that from time to time, if Doc's looking for a quiet place, he goes to the left-hand side gun deck. So he might be there with Tita.
All right, so I'm just gonna make various hand gestures, like sorry hand gestures in the room, like oh, so sorry.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna go. And then shut the door and just start running down like my head
Except
way
you
back,
can't.
like running.
Stumbling into the wall every so steps.
You make your way over to the left-hand gun deck, and you pop open the hatch and just
I was gonna say it's like
a
the.
waft of smoke just into the hallway.
When I picture you running, I picture like in a movie when it's like
I picture Scooby-Doo.
it's the Like your hands
I
are
picture
always.
Scooby-Doo
I
and
like he
Scooby-Doo
does the like
is, like,
almost
way back
falling
and
run. Like he's
I feel
gonna
like
fall every
sometimes
step
she
he
hasn't
doesn't
drank
fall.
enough. It's way back, but you know that the drunk run is your face is
Oh,
way out in
stumbling
front of your
forward, yeah.
body.
Yeah.
So that's
when,
her
yeah,
at
when
night,
Mike runs
but
head
this is
first
the
and
day.
just trips every step. So yeah, just the big cloud. We're clearly laughing and having a fantastic, just sharing tales.
So yeah, you can enter inside. It's hard to see, but because they didn't turn the lights on or anything, it's just dark.
Can I just go
Cool.
Yes, do that, it
with
lights
my
up the
finger,
chamber.
like just one little match?
Yeah. You get that like face glow of everyone. They're just like, "Hey, Captain."
Hello, my friend. I just had a quick question.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he goes to hold the bong out to you.
Oh, uno momento, por favor, sir.
Manny's like,
And then I'm just gonna give Manny the.
he's gonna scurry away.
No, he scurried. Good. Okay. All right. So I clearly just want to ask Doc if he has any clue what these two shimmery things are.
He's like,
I'm still trying to
let me-
learn your relationship with your whole entire.
They come and go as they please.
I think
don't
she's
know.
trying to learn it too.
Yeah.
Let me take a look at those two.
he'll take the 2 potions from you.
I'm gonna like hold it a little harder for a second when he goes to grab them, and then just let it go. Like,
He pops his head like outside the chamber to look at
In the light without
Swirls
fog.
Well, this one right here is a potion of healing. I don't know how you didn't know that.
hands it to you. Then he's like, he rolled really well, so give me 1 sec to find specifically which one that one was.
so
Eventually, I will.
one is healing.
The one that has like the red liquid inside. Where is it?
And then the one with the finger in
Here we
it.
go. The one with the finger in it? Yes, that one.
Purple one with a finger in
Oh, yes, you rolled, right? You got the yeah, so that is a potion of resist poison. Potion of resistance of the type of poison. So, if you drink that and you suffer poison damage, you only suffer half.
it. Oh, I guarantee you
Why
I just spelled
is
poison
there a
wrong.
finger in it?
What?
Is that just how you make it?
Why
Is
not?
that an ingredient?
I did not design
Okay,
these
alright.
potions.
That's
Dungeons
fair.
and Dragons.
Kubrick did, so
That's
just
fair.
blame it on him like everything else.
Just
It's all Kubrick's fault.
Take a damn shower already.
So yes, you know what those 2 potions are. Doc is a very skilled alchemist, so
All right, excellent.
Well
so now
versed.
I'll go back in and rip that bomb right up. In
yeah,
there.
the 3 of you
yeah.
take a good amount of time. Do that, nice. Now, Diambra, after a couple hours of sitting there in silence with you, Minerva, says, I think I'm gonna get us some tea. Would you like anything to eat? Maybe you want to come with me? Just a little walk. Get away, you know.
She'll stand up. She doesn't say anything.
Good. And she'll link arms with you and be like, come on. Start to bring you in. She brings you to the mess hall where Plonk, you can just hear her like hyperventilatingly crying.
Oh, I don't know if she
No,
can hear him.
just started
Yeah.
making loud cry noises, so
Now
okay.
she is.
kind of you can't see her face, but you can just see like the
Sniffles.
back of her and her shoulders kind of every once in a while going up and down and sniffle sounds. And she's got like this large thing in front of her covered with a tablecloth.
Lip quivering.
Diambra just kind of says, why don't you get a seat, Minerva, and I will get us some tea. And she kind of heads over to the counter.
I hear her name and I just
Yeah, you see Minerva.
Minerva! I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna run over and try to like
Start pushing her.
yeah, like come on!
She'll let that happen. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
She'll let it happen.
I'll just kind of move you over to the table, and I'm gonna set you up and be like, "Nibbit." Not
like,
saying
She
anything.
can't see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Just like a child, like telling you to like close your eyes without
Yeah, she's
saying
like putting
any
her
words.
hands over
Like,
your eyes kind of thing. Or
Yeah.
at least trying to like get up high enough to do that.
Yeah.
She'll take the hint and put her hands over her eyes then.
Okay. And then I am going to run to the table and go, "Now open." And as you pull your hands away, I'm gonna like pull the tablecloth off.
And please describe to us what she sees.
In front of you, you see, basically, almost exactly, because I'm sure I didn't remember exactly how it looked. The shrine from your room on the Halo ship, with the box with the doll. And what else was in it?
There's the gold pendant with the
Yeah.
dove.
Oh, it was like a pendant.
The
pearl
gold
dove.
pendant from Omle?
Ove.
No, Ove. Next to it, and stop. And like I didn't have enough sand, but I took like the vial of sand that I had and just kind of like sprinkled it over like the like jawbone and like all the different like bones and stuff from it, and tried to draw the question mark with the eye thing.
The symbol of Iron.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And now I don't know if this was ever mentioned. Did you ask Tita for the cloak?
No.
No. Okay.
And because I knew that she had the amulet, so I was going to like that's what she sees, and I was gonna say like you can put Almond's amulet, and I like left a spot on the side for it.
Oh.
Is Plonk, like, is she sitting like on the other side of the table, or is she like next to Minerva?
I don't know. Where are you?
I'm
standing next to her, kind of showing her the things.
Yeah,
or
I'm in front of it, like displaying.
Vanna White.
Like
Yeah,
White
Vanna
style,
White.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like you're standing up like next to it and stuff, or like
It's like when a child goes, "Here, come see my room."
Science fair, and they're
Yes,
showing
yeah.
off
Yeah,
their
yeah.
display.
That's it.
Standing kind of in
That's
front of
exactly it.
so. She still doesn't say anything, but she just like takes a step forward, gives you a big hug, and like she kind of like as she's like hugging you, she kind of starts to like shake a little bit, and like she's crying.
Oh. And you see Diambra just kind of puts the two teas down on the table next to the two of you and leaves the room.
Push hot.
It's good though. It's good.
All right. So, unless there's anything else we want to go over for day 2, we'll all take a long rest and
lightheaded from
wake
that.
up on day 3, which should
another long
be very
Another long
short.
rest
Should
until
not be very
nothing-
long until you get to
nothing
Ysgard.
Perfect.
I would like to say after she cries for a little bit, like just like the tiniest, softest little, like she says to Plonk, "Thank you."
And the cry fest begins
Yep.
all over again.
Yep.
All right. You all get another night's sleep.
I feel like Mick Dagger would have been in the shadows watching that going.
Pulls out a little tissue.
Tear
Yeah.
goes down.
It's canon now. He was there. He was up in the rafters watching.
Pulls out a
Saw
tiny
that
tissue.
going-
Yeah, tiny, just on one claw. All right. So, is there any final preparations that any of you would like to do as you will be at Ysgard very shortly?
I definitely wanted to try to purchase some moss off of Doc.
I don't know if he would take that from me, but I would like to attempt to do that. So can I talk to him?
Doc would absolutely. How much would you like? He'll just.
I mean, what are his prices?
No,
Like,
well,
you get-
how much worth would you like?
Well, I mean, I don't know when I'm gonna get some again, but like, I also need to be able to keep it in my pouch. So, like, what seems like a reasonable amount?
If you're looking for like an ounce.
Yeah, that's probably good.
All right. We'll figure out pricing.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, I
too
have my
much
chip,
about
so I'll
he
just
would
roll
have
it
to
on
deals.
my-
gift it to you.
Yeah,
and
oh,
then you
right.
owed him money.
Recreational.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right.
I'm
so
taking a horticulture class with him.
Yeah. We trim these ourselves.
Docs, any last minute anything? Oh, I will say that Minerva, while Diambra was sitting with you, let's backtrack a second. While she was sitting with you, she is going to actually mention something. She's going to, while she's sitting there, she'll be like, listen, I don't know if this is the time or the place, but I would like to let you know, as we're almost to Ysgard, that I've spoken to two, or Vanessa is her actual name. I don't know if you knew that. But the two of us are thinking of maybe continuing on with the investigation. You are more than welcome to assist us, but if you have more pressing matters, I completely understand. And if you need a place for Zanesi to stay until she's better, we can keep an eye on her as well.
She just nods. The first and only thing she says that day is thank you to Plonk.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
I completely forgot to mention that earlier, so I wanted to
No, it's all good. Yeah, no,
retcon, so that wasn't left in the open. But
yeah, no, she nods.
okay. Any last minute things before you hit Ysgard?
Yeah, I want to look for like a string or like a necklace of some sort to put because I remembered that I have that ring that I stole from that bard's dead body.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
What a great sentence that was.
Right?
And I really liked it, so I want to make it into a necklace.
She's like, so I want to adorn it.
Well, one thing you could do, if you wanted to, is you could take the chain off of the dove pearl pendant and leave just the dove pearl pendant on the
I'll do
display,
that.
and then use the chain from
I'll
it.
do that.
Okay, so you all set
Okay,
with that?
okay.
Good. Emmy, anything you'd like to do? This is the last that you'll see of these people, so...
Well, can I ask if they all want to just have some breakfast with me? Wait, no, I would have brunch. Might I invite you all to a lovely brunch before you depart my ship?
Now, when you say they're invited, do you mean these four? Or are we talking Diambra 2, Kubrick 8, like the whole
Yeah, no,
band
family
of-
dinner.
All right, everyone
Family dinner
comes.
before we
Family
leave.
brunch.
Before we leave vacation.
Manny's
Because
there.
I want to get a count on everybody that's there and then see how many people eat.
Manny's there.
So I know who to
Rocky's
look
there. Who else? Punch is there. He put the chip on autopilot, clearly, because, otherwise he might be in some trouble.
Food control.
Who else?
Oh, right, and
Who am I
Kubrick's
missing?
there too. Unless he lets Kubrick go and fly the shit. It would probably make his day, but the guy would probably crash into it.
Wow, you probably
Crashing. Am I having a problem? Okay, so you take them. Everyone gathers into the mess hall, and you may speak freely while I try to find some notes.
I'm not talking. I'm definitely just stuffing my face with whatever brunch is being offered at the moment.
Oh, McDagger's on your shoulder.
For sure.
Chef is cooking up some stuff.
Excellent.
Is coffee happening?
Oh,
'Cause
give
I
me
feel
that.
like-
Oh, yeah.
Coffee
Little
all around.
nibbles.
Oh yeah, coffee's happening.
Oh yeah, coffee is happening.
Yeah,
Wait, is the thing still in there? That Plonk made? You said we're all like, in the mess
I
hall
would
thing.
assume it's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
see this cool little display.
Yeah, do I see? I'm gonna like go over and look at it.
Yeah,
Are
what do
you
you
gonna-
got? Yeah,
Are you
do
gonna
we have
take
to
that
pack
with
it
us
up?
when we leave? Because otherwise it'll just be on her ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pack it up.
So is that what you're doing while we're waiting for breakfast?
Probably.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Emmy, have at it.
I
What am I doing?
I was
Oh, no,
hoping
you
to
said you were
show
having
her
I
in
thought
the
you were having a
morning.
speech of
Oh.
some sort.
Oh, no, I just wanted them all to be there. I mean,
He was like, "Speak your piece," and she's like, "I don't
You get everybody to get. I mean, what am I gonna do? Thank them for giving me something to do?
Yeah.
Thanks for
Talk
eating
about
all
how
my
they-
food. And
Talk about how that we're almost back, but they owe you a favor, perhaps.
yes, but
Yeah.
not everybody that's there. That's why it's a problem.
I do.
Oh yeah, you
guys shook on it.
specifically.
Well, all right, then I'll just address everyone. I'll say I'd like to thank everybody for joining us here this morning. It is always a pleasure to make new friends. And I can almost all but guarantee that we will all see each other again.
When she says that, Tita's gonna look up and like
Yep,
eyebrows
and
it.
I'm gonna be giving winks like across the board and little shooter
Kubrick
McGavins,
gives a-
and then I'm just gonna sit right back down.
Kubrick
Drink my
gives like a
Bloody Mary.
disgusted look over to Punch. Keeps his arms crossed.
Dude, why?
And then I'm gonna point at Kubrick and say, except for you. I get the feeling that my ship did not suit your needs, sir.
Where's your hat, Kubrick?
It's like, it was fine.
Wow.
It was good.
Up with
It
him.
was good.
Well, you're very welcome then.
Yeah, thanks. I'm just real glad that we have our captain back, and then like hits her on the shoulder.
Minerva, she's gonna look like she's talking to the group, but she's gonna look towards Emmy. Thanks for coming after me. I didn't really expect that anyone would, so thanks.
Hey, you know, I personally told Azaziel I'd keep an eye on all of you, so
Well,
That was a little insulting to
Yeah.
think that we wouldn't come after you.
I mean, you don't really know me. I mean,
What are you talking about? We had this whole plan. Then Plog screwed up the plan. And then
I feel
you
like
went
yeah.
with them.
It happened.
It was part of the plan to get you back.
I feel like I'm just gonna be like food in my mouth, just coming out while I'm talking. I'm just be like, I mean, why wouldn't we get you? You're the first person that we met coming here.
Yeah, you kind of saved our lives.
We had to return the favor.
well,
No, you didn't.
I'm gonna be like crying on this. Like, this is all just so
Not
very
crying.
emotional. Don't you all
Everyone's
see
crying.
that you're a family?
yeah.
Zox is
Well,
not crying. He's just got some of that sand in his eye.
Yeah.
That space sand. That very fine space sand.
Bless you.
I
And
just
bless you.
Thanks.
I
just
I don't know why I didn't really expect it. I messed up real bad, and I didn't really think that anyone else should be caught up in that, or
What did she do to mess up?
I know, yeah.
I don't know. Listen, you know, everyone messes up.
I got my keen mind, and I don't remember
Oh
what
god, I
tried to
just
mess
want to
up.
walk over and like
Trust
shove
me, I
Kubrick
know.
out of the way and then and then just say something
that's the
nicer.
thing, though. I'm trying to say that that's the thing. I don't know what I did, and I didn't want necessarily anyone else to get caught up in that, because whatever it was my business, and I didn't really think that anyone else would or should go out of their way to get involved in that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you're part of our business now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have any other business if you hadn't saved us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Too late.
these three'd be dead. I'd still be just roaming the streets of Ysgard, so like...
I didn't.
That explains a lot.
I didn't that wasn't
The streets,
that wasn't me,
you know.
and
Listen, I can't speak for them, but me personally, I know I have a past. You have a past. Like, We're moving forward, right?
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
I'm a terrible.
You have a past?
Kubrick, just the worst.
Listen, just you can't thank me for saving you because I didn't do that, and I don't know if it was done to you for the right reason. That's all I'm saying. You didn't owe me anything, and I'm grateful for I'm grateful for what you did. I'm not great at saying thank you, I guess, but
Everyone just got so uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're like, I didn't save you, and we're all like, wait, what?
And I don't know what they're doing with you, and everybody's just kind of like,
What?
oh.
And as you are all having this heartfelt conversation,
I think
this
it just
little
shifted.
and Punch looks at. He's like, we're almost there. Oh, sorry. We are almost here.
Hat.
Oh God!
That's why you started with Kubrick.
Exactly. Well, we are almost here. We should probably prepare for landing. We will be in Ysgard in about 10 minutes. Okay. Any last second things you'd like to do? Anything you want to grab off of this ship before you leave?
Well, I obviously put the shrine in my bag.
Shrine.
Yep.
All of your regular backpacks, items,
All my
things
regular
like
stuff.
that.
The things that I already carry with me anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
At
kind of
all times.
motion to Emmy and like I want to like take some food in my bag. So I'm just gonna motion to like make sure like that's cool. I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to draw attention. But I'm just gonna like catch your eye and just kind of like.
I'll give a wink. Although before everybody gets off of my ship, I will make sure to go around and shake hands with, even though we can wear a mask, but I'll go and shake hands with everybody, and with the exception of Minerva, I will remind them that we'll meet somewhere down the road. Like, like food isn't free. But I'll say it less jerky than that.
Just remember, I'll see you again
Yeah.
later.
What are we doing with Zin?
Is she going with the other two?
Diambra and Vanessa said that they could take her. They just at the moment don't really have a place to take her to. Maybe we can figure that one out. But you do also have the hover speeder that you can put Zanesi on to move her around at the very least.
You get her arms, I'll get her legs.
So I would like to say, Emmy, is there any final words or anything you'd like to say to the team before your ship takes off and you begin journeys of your own? Good riddance.
Until we meet again, my friends.
And we will.
May your cup
meet again.
always be full.
And as you're all
And
starting
we
to head
will.
off, you just see
Yeah.
Mick Dagger scurry up to her shoulder and kind of, just whisper in there, and then they kind of give a wave, and the hatch closes, and yes.
I want to wave to Rocky and Manny.
Oh wait, did 8 stay with me, or did he get off the ship?
You didn't see him get off the ship.
Oh wait,
Alright,
do I?
so I need to
Wait
go
a
find my 9th crew member, apparently.
Wait a minute. Yeah, actually, where did I see 8 before we left? And like, I know that he didn't like leave with us.
You've definitely
when we
seen him
had
in
a
passing.
brunch.
He was just there at the brunch.
Okay.
He didn't mention that he was going with you, and he didn't mention that he was staying. He just kind of kept quiet.
All right. So.
But he knows her.
He knows
So,
Minerva, but because of Minerva's
Minerva doesn't
memory
know him.
lapse, she doesn't remember him.
Okay.
But I did have a little bit of a conversation with him at some point. So before I leave, I'm going to go up to him and I'm just going to say, don't make me regret letting you go.
Says, "Promise, I won't." He puts his arm out for like one of those like arm handshakes. you
Oh
know?
yeah, like the seriously
full arm
solid
handshake.
arm shakes.
He's like, Emmy was saying that she's going to be circling back for assistance from you anyway, so I'm sure at some point I'll see you again.
She's like, what?
Yeah, because I never told her she owes me anything.
As long as it's not on bad terms.
That? No. Like I said, I'm just, I just kind of go with the flow. You knew that. Well, you don't know that. So,
I don't do that.
we got to get your memory fixed.
Is that possible?
She just walks away.
Forrest was
reestablished.
Yeah.
And he just kind of nods and smiles and turns away and heads back into the ship.
Yeah, she walks away.
All right. And I think with that, we are going to take a quick break. So all of you viewers out there, say bye to Sarah. She will be back eventually. We just don't know when. So... So we're going to take a quick break. We will be back shortly. And see you soon.
What do you want to know about me exactly? My name is Minerva, I come from the planet Ysgard, and I'm very good at finding things. That's about it. Alright, fine. I'll explain a little bit more. I'm not necessarily a bounty hunter, but I do travel across the galaxy in pursuit of different targets. The galaxy is a very big place. There are many wondrous things, of course, but with the good sometimes comes the bad. I eliminate the bad before it becomes a larger problem. I work for an organization called the Galactic Utility Intelligence Logistics Task Force, also known as GILT. Great name, huh? We're a rather undercover group, inconspicuously keeping watch over the many planets, pinpointing any threats that may arise and disrupt the safety of civilians. The majority of GILT is essentially a surveillance system that relays information back to our leader. However, when a threat to the people does arise, be it an angry monstrosity or an ancient fiend, that's when my team intervenes. We are a subset of GILT, known as the Special Protection Investigative Tactical Exploration Team, or the SPITE team for short. There are 6 ASMR on this team, including myself, each one of us with a different skill set. I contribute the ability to track down our target once we're in its proximity. I'm not bad with a blade or two either. Working with the team is alright. I wouldn't call all of them friends, but they are the people I'm closest to. Whenever we're not investigating a galactic threat, we're most likely just passing time on our starship. For me, this mostly means I'm in our training room, running through various simulations to keep my skills in good condition. I also enjoy a good game of cards every now and then. However, for some reason I'm always quite bad at trivia night.
So, I guess I'm supposed to be like... talking about myself or whatever? I mean, I don't know, Green. I'm pretty boring. All I do is work and blow glass pipes. I mean, with that, I smoke a ton of moss in my off hours. Pretty much working all the time, though. Come from a long line of Vaders. That means excavators. My family has worked with a deep organization for like hundreds of aeons. Oh, I should probably tell you what the hell that is, huh? DEEP stands for the Discovery, Excavation, and Expansion of Pandemonium Passageways. We're a little more progressive than those other Vaders, the dry, green hierarchy of excavation mining. No one wants to work for them. Frelin pieces of trend. Oh, sorry, shouldn't be swearing, Green. So, back to my job. I mean, I'm pretty good at it. Kinda hard not to be when you've been basically bred for it. Got my great-granddad T-Sith pickaxe right here. Probably wouldn't think by looking at me, but I'm a little quicker than most. Even got promoted to work dust detail. That's the development of the underground super tunnels. I know, far out, right? One time I got off draft green, came out in this crazy big moss patch. Totally wild. Met this Formian. Thrives and Ports don't usually vibe green. I dig him though, we grew close. He's the Drang, the real Frelin Drang.
Growing up, I lived in a small clan of Verdun. My ancestors were goblins who left their planet to live amongst elven communities. The relocation was hard for them. It took a while getting used to their new planet, but once they got the hang of farming, it was all uphill from there. I was never as good of a farmer as they were, though. All I wanted to do was play. Hide and seek or squink. It's kind of like capture the flanc. Those are my favorite. I love the adrenaline I get from a good hunt. Waking up to your farmhouse engulfed in flames in the middle of the night, all you can do is run. When my village of Minerva was destroyed by a swarm of ravenous pixies, I had no idea if I would even survive. Racing out of my smoke-filled home I grew up in, I ran straight to the barn. Mama always taught me to keep a pack of supplies ready in case anything happened. Just grab your pack and go. she'd always say. So I did. And a good thing that I did too. Disappearing quickly was what saved my life. Since then, I've lost all contact with my family. I don't even know if they're alive. The small group of us that got out went to live in the closest elven city, Mithrandane. This is my home now, and I have to say, it was tough getting accustomed to the way of life here. They're not a farming community, so it was hard to find work. I didn't know what I was good at. I thought back to my time in Mindroptown and what I enjoyed back then. Then it hit me. I love the thrill of the chase. I can do that. Becoming a spy is the best thing that's ever happened to me. But I have to say it's a little bittersweet. Working for the royal families, doing a job I love, is like a dream come true. I couldn't be happier. But I'm only able to do so because of the misfortune of my village. I'm hoping my hard work will make my ancestors proud.
Cycle 12. Strange-looking creatures appeared today in the North City Square. These aliens called themselves elves. Their pointy ears and flowing hair intrigue me. They speak of different lands, impossible lands. Those without water, or those filled with fantastic creatures. I must learn more about them. Cycle 39. Each cycle since the arrival of the elves, the Dalcan people have attempted to duplicate their extraordinary effects, but to no avail. I reach my 40th cycle soon. Finally, I will be able to lead my own studies. Cycle 66. Without the elves' odd tricks, we have now resorted to building our own way to travel to other planets. The technology they seem to have is many cycles out of our reach. Even so, I believe there are other ways off this planet. Cycle 100. My excavation begins today at Zirathu City Ruins. Managing to rope in both Vudila and Zixat into my hypothesis, I have much to discover. Not even the elves know what lies beyond the impossible depths. I know I will find answers there.
What do you want to know about me exactly? My name is Minerva, I come from the planet Ysgard, and I'm very good at finding things. That's about it. Alright, fine. I'll explain a little bit more. I'm not necessarily a bounty hunter, but I do travel across the galaxy in pursuit of different targets. The galaxy is a very big place. There are many wondrous things, of course, but with the good sometimes comes the bad. I eliminate the bad before it becomes a larger problem. I work for an organization called the Galactic Utility Intelligence Logistics Task Force, also known as GILT. Great name, huh? We're a rather undercover group, inconspicuously keeping watch over the many planets, pinpointing any threats that may arise and disrupt the safety of civilians. The majority of GILT is essentially a surveillance system that relays information back to our leader. However, when a threat to the people does arise, be it an angry monstrosity or an ancient fiend, that's when my team intervenes. We are a subset of GILT, known as the Special Protection Investigative Tactical Exploration Team, or the SPIKE team for short. There are 6 ASMR on this team, including myself, each one of us with a different skill set. I contribute the ability to track down our target once we're in its proximity. I'm not bad with a blade or two either. Working with the team is alright. I wouldn't call all of them friends, but they are the people I'm closest to. Whenever we're not investigating a galactic threat, we're most likely just passing time on our starship. For me, this mostly means I'm in our training room, running through various simulations to keep my skills in good condition. I also enjoy a good game of cards every now and then. However, for some reason I'm always quite bad at trivia night.
So, I guess I'm supposed to be like... talking about myself or whatever? I mean, I don't know, Green. I'm pretty boring. All I do is work and blow glass pipes. I mean, with that, I smoke a ton of moss in my off hours. Pretty much working all the time, though. Come from a long line of Vaders. That means excavators. My family has worked with a deep organization for like hundreds of aeons. Oh, I should probably tell you what the hell that is, huh? DEEP stands for the Discovery, Excavation, and Expansion of Pandemonium Passageways. We're a little more progressive than those other Vaders, the dry, green hierarchy of excavation mining. No one wants to work for them. Frelin pieces of trend. Oh, sorry, shouldn't be swearing, Green. So, back to my job. I mean, I'm pretty good at it. Kinda hard not to be when you've been basically bred for it.
Got my great-granddad T-Sith pickaxe right here. Probably wouldn't think by looking at me, but I'm a little quicker than most. Even got promoted to work dust detail. That's the development of the underground super tunnels? I know, far out, right? One time I got off draft cream, came out in this crazy big moss patch. Totally wild. Met this Formian. Thrives and Ports don't usually vibe cream. I dig him though, we grew close. He's the drag, the real Freeland drag.
Growing up, I lived in a small clan of Verdun. My ancestors were goblins who left their planet to live amongst elven communities. The relocation was hard for them. It took a while getting used to their new planet, but once they got the hang of farming, it was all uphill from there. I was never as good of a farmer as they were, though. All I wanted to do was play. Hide and seek or squink. It's kind of like capture the flanc. Those were my favorite. I love the adrenaline I get from a good hunt. Waking up to your farmhouse engulfed in flames in the middle of the night, all you can do is run. When my village of Minerva was destroyed by a swarm of ravenous pixies, I had no idea if I would even survive. Racing out of my smoke-filled home I grew up in, I ran straight to the barn. Mama always taught me to keep a pack of supplies ready in case anything happened. Just grab your pack and go, she'd always say. So I did, and a good thing that I did too. Disappearing quickly was what saved my life. Since then, I've lost all contact with my family. I don't even know if they're alive. The small group of us that got out went to live in the closest elven city, Mithrandane. This is my home now, and I have to say, it was tough getting accustomed to the way of life here. They're not a farming community, so it was hard to find work. I didn't know what I was good at. I thought back to my time in Minerva and what I enjoyed back then. Then it hit me. I love the thrill of the chase. I can do that. Becoming a spy is the best thing that's ever happened to me. But I have to say it's a little bittersweet. Working for the royal families, doing a job I love, is like a dream come true. I couldn't be happier. But I'm only able to do so because of the misfortune of my village. I'm hoping my hard work will make my ancestors proud.
Cycle 12. Strange-looking creatures appeared today in the North City Square. These aliens called themselves elves. Their pointy ears and flowing hair intrigue. They speak of different lands, impossible lands. Those without water, or those filled with fantastic creatures. I must learn more about them. Cycle 39. Each cycle since the arrival of the elves, the Dalcan people have attempted to duplicate their extraordinary effects, but to no avail. I reach my 40th cycle soon. Finally, I will be able to lead my own studies. Cycle 66. Without the elves' odd tricks, we have now resorted to building our own way to travel to other planets. The technology they seem to have is many cycles out of our reach. Even so, I believe there are other ways off this planet. Cycle 100. My excavation begins today at Zirathu City ruins. Managing to rope in both Vudila and Zixat into my hypothesis, I have much to discover. Not even the elves know what lies beyond the impossible depths. I know I will find answers there.
What do you want to know about me exactly? My name is Minerva, I come from the planet Ysgard, and I'm very good at finding things. That's about it. Alright, fine. I'll explain a little bit more. I'm not necessarily a bounty hunter, but I do travel across the galaxy in pursuit of different targets. The galaxy is a very big place. There are many wondrous things, of course, but with the good sometimes comes the bad. I eliminate the bad before it becomes a larger problem. I work for an organization called the Galactic Utility Intelligence Logistics Task Force, also known as GILT. Great name, huh? We're a rather undercover group, inconspicuously keeping watch over the many planets, pinpointing any threats that may arise and disrupt the safety of civilians. The majority of GILT is essentially a surveillance system that relays information back to our leader. However, when a threat to the people does arise, be it an angry monstrosity or an ancient fiend, that's when my team intervenes. We are a subset of GILT, known as the Special Protection Investigative Tactical Exploration Team, or the SPITE team for short. There are 6 ASMR on this team, including myself, each one of us with a different skill set. I contribute the ability to track down our target once we're in its proximity. I'm not bad with a blade or two either. Working with the team is alright. I wouldn't call all of them friends, but they are the people I'm closest to. Whenever we're not investigating a galactic threat, we're most likely just passing time on our starship. For me, this mostly means I'm in our training room, running through various simulations to keep my skills in good condition. I also enjoy a good game of cards every now and then. However, for some reason I'm always quite bad at trivia night.
So, I guess I'm supposed to be like... talking about myself or whatever? I mean, I don't know, Green. I'm pretty boring. All I do is work and blow glass pipes. I mean, with that, I smoke a ton of moss in my off hours. Pretty much working all the time, though. Come from a long line of vaders. That means excavators. My family has worked with a deep organization for like hundreds of aeons. Oh, I should probably tell you what the hell that is, huh? DEEP stands for the Discovery, Excavation, and Expansion of Pandemonium Passageways. We're a little more progressive than those other vaders, the dry, green hierarchy of excavation mining. No one wants to work for them. Frelin pieces of trend. Oh, sorry, shouldn't be swearing, Green. So, back to my job. I mean, I'm pretty good at it. Kinda hard not to be when you've been basically bred for it. Got my great-granddad T-Sith pickaxe right here. Probably wouldn't think by looking at me, but I'm a little quicker than most. Even got promoted to work dust detail. That's the development of the underground super tunnels. I know, far out, right? One time I got off draft cream, came out in this crazy big moss patch. Totally wild. Met this Formian. Dries and pores don't usually vibe cream. I dig him though, we grew close. He's the drag, the real Frelin drag.
Growing up, I lived in a small clan of Verdun. My ancestors were goblins who left their planet to live amongst elven communities. The relocation was hard for them. It took a while getting used to their new planet, but once they got the hang of farming, it was all uphill from there. I was never as good of a farmer as they were, though. All I wanted to do was play. Hide and seek or squink. It's kind of like capture the flanc. Those were my favorite. I love the adrenaline I get from a good...
And welcome back. So, where last we left off, the party just touched down onto one of the floating island ports.
Just sounded like Yoda. Where last we left off. I still have my coat on.
And, yeah, so you landed down on one of these ports. This isn't one of the two main ones with the towers. This is just one of the other floating island ports.
That's probably for the best.
Probably. And as you get off, there's a bunch of ships around. You can hear people yelling out orders and like, oh, this one's taking off in 15 minutes. Just whatever. But yeah, what would you like to do? As you are all, you keep in mind you have a hover speeder with you. That's quite large.
But occupied.
Yes. And 2 is there, Diambra is there, Kubrick is there.
Even you didn't really
there.
sound enthusiastic.
Yeah, you're like, Cooper's
yeah, Kubrick's there.
I feel like we kind of need to, like, hide.
Why?
I know, we haven't, well... We need to, like, regroup. Like...
We need to talk. So, I guess, like, I don't know, Minerva speaking, yeah. So... Diambra told me about a plan that she and 2, is it okay if I use your name? Or do you want me to call you 2 still?
No, that's fine. You can use my name.
Would you remind me of it?
Vunissa.
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 Yes, so earlier Diambra mentioned that she and Vunissa were going to looking into that job that we were originally talking about all that time ago. But I know that our group's other objective was finding a way to get to the Dalk. What do we want to do, I suppose? I know we don't have a ship, but unless... I mean, I don't...
Kubrick cuts you off, and he's like, All right, so boss, we don't have a ship right now. Okay. I might be able to. I got some connections. I might be able to work with the junkyard and see if I can get our old ship and then work on it for a bit.
Okay. All right. Because I was going to say,
Keep
I
my
don't think
mind busy, and just give me something to do, I guess.
Yeah, because I don't think I have enough money right now.
With
to buy a
us.
full ship.
Yeah, and I can hold down the fort if we want to. You still have that room key? Yeah. All right. So we have 2 rooms. We can go.
I don't have the room anymore, though. It's been more than 3 days.
That's fair.
We also slept in it once.
And?
And then just kept it. All this time.
We're like, this is our room forever.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back, they're gonna be like,
the key or something.
Yeah, the guy's gonna be like,
Diambra chimes in. She's like, well, I think the first thing that we should try to figure out is maybe get a base of operation, so we know where we're staying, whether we can be safe there, and then from there we can just go from there. And then Vunisa steps in. She's like, well, if you are planning on going to Vidalk, I would very much like to join you.
Yes, and
good.
I know that was kind of my bargaining chip to get you here. So
Yes.
And so, Minerva looks
Well
at Diambra.
played, Minerva.
Minerva looks at Diambra and she just goes, I'm not saying I don't want to help you, but I just need to figure out what is going to be the next best thing for the group to do. And I don't know. And she turns back to everyone else. Can Vidalk wait to do this other job first? I'm going to leave this up to Zoxa and Vanessa.
She doesn't know the state of it, does she?
She knows the very basics. Minerva explained it to her during the one-on-one thing that we had.
Okay, so then she knows as much as I do, essentially. I don't know much more.
I would say that you probably know a bit more than she does. She just got hey, your planet's probably frozen over kind of situation. So.
So here's the update. Our planet, or not just our planet, but as I see it, the entire impossible depths is freezing over.
Right, I believe I heard something because of the elemental chaos, correct?
Yes. That is exactly correct.
Okay.
Something, the elemental chaos.
Well,
All of a sudden, like a war veteran. Just flashback.
Well, what do you think that we can do about it?
I'm not sure if there's anything that we can do to reverse it until we actually get to Vidalk and see what we can figure out. But the issue is we can't get there without crossing the impossible depths, which is now frozen over. But the more minds working on this problem, the better, I suppose.
That is true. I will most certainly put all of my intelligence into this one, as it is my home. Though I have not been there for 93 years, I believe.
We still haven't gotten space travel.
Wow. And I thought we had some of the more intelligent people in the galaxy. I guess not.
And yet everyone here has it so easily.
What's that supposed to mean?
Minerva just shrugs.
Now,
All right.
Plonk and Tita, what are you two doing right now? Well, this conversation
where
is
are
being
we?
had.
We're just-
You're on that flying island airport type situation. On one of them.
Oh, I have so much money.
Are we on the one with Brock?
No.
Okay.
That's why you wanted to hide.
Yeah, I don't know. What are we next?
You can just mosey around.
I'm
if you
just
want.
gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mosey. I'm gonna maybe buy some coffee or something,
Absolutely.
and then I'm going to look for someone to tell me about that diamond that I got off of
Yeah.
Onlum.
Okay. There's
But
not-
I'm gonna not make that known.
Right.
Just while I'm looking, I'm gonna just.
So unlike the larger of the two floating island ports, it doesn't have that large building in the center with the tower. These have more just like little shacks where
Okay.
the people kind of the people running the port kind of check in and whatever as they're helping everyone around. So there isn't really anyone who can appraise your
Okay.
diamond per
I'm just
se
gonna keep
here.
my
But as you're kind
whatever
of
peek.
moseying around and checking things out and walking by, can I have the two of you make some perception checks?
Oh no.
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
6.
Perfect.
Great.
Oh, no, just
Cool.
yeah. Don't
Can I at least buy some coffee then, since I didn't see anything else that was worth anything?
You
We're
can.
just-
I'll buy some for
It's a
Plonk.
credit.
I'll buy some for Plonk
So 2
and
credits.
I.
Thank you.
So you grab some coffee, and yeah, the rest of the group, Minerva, the adults, they're speaking together.
I'm like, I think I spend the most money, and I don't have any.
So true.
I have none to my name, but I spend the most of it.
Nice.
Okay, so Minerva, let's backtrack to what you were all talking about. So what are you thinking? Diambra mentioned trying to find a base of operation. Cooper talked about trying to go to the junkyard and see if you can get that other ship back up and running. 2 wants to learn more about this whole issue with Vidalk and possibly, if that's where you're going, head with you. And Zanesi is laying on the hover sphere while the rest of you speak.
So, the way I see it, we need to get to Vidalk, and we need to do that as soon as we can. However, we don't have a ship right now, and we don't really have money. So we're going to need to spend some time getting money / fixing the ship, like Cooper mentioned. So I suppose in the meantime, while that is going on, while Cooper is doing that, the rest of us could help Diambra with the job, get some money, finish it, use it to finish fixing up the ship, and then try to get to the dock if we can. That's the only plan I can see, but that doesn't mean it's the only one.
Yeah, there's plenty of
It's
options.
exactly the plan that I was gonna say. So I'm
Alright.
with you.
Okay. I also think that we should, as much as we can, we should try to lay low while we're here, because I don't know where 1 and 4 went, but I don't exactly feel the most comfortable being on the planet that is their base of operation. So I'd like to keep a low profile, if that's all right.
As she says that, Plonk and I are just reeking out. I'm just kidding.
Explosions in the
It's
distance.
it's literally like that scene by scene. Like, we should keep a low profile. Pan over to Austin.
Speaking of which, while this conversation is had and you've gotten your coffee, are you heading back to the group or?
I kind of want to sneak around, try to
Yeah.
eavesdrop on some conversations going on,
Sure.
have some fun.
So at one point, actually, why don't you both make some perception checks for me if you're trying to listen into some conversations?
Terrible.
So do better this time.
Ooh, 18!
18, okay.
9.
Think you both did better.
One of the things that you can hear like lots of mumbles, and nothing's exciting. It's just all the things that you hear is just like people having like regular conversation. But Tita, you hear like one person's like, well, the goods were supposed to be here like 3 days ago. I don't know what's taking so long. And then you got...
Thievery!
And then you got another one that there's a woman be like, oh, I cannot wait until we are on our honeymoon. And they're like...
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm probably thinking about Bernadette.
And there's one ship that the hatch is open in the back. You got a guy sitting out in like a lawn chair outside just listening to his radio.
Nice.
And you hear...
Does he look chill? Like, do I want to approach?
He seems pretty chill if you want to head up. But you can hear that the radio is coming on. And there's one thing in particular that catches your attention. As it's being broadcast, you hear, Pandemonium is in a state of pandemonium! With the relentless sandstorms quelled, due to the absence of the elemental chaos, the underdwellers of the barren planet have taken to the surface. Tensions are running high between the Thrycrane and Formians as they each lay claim to the new territory.
Is Plonk still with me?
Yeah.
Are you standing right there?
You'd probably hear it at first and then like elbow.
I'm definitely gonna hear it and then elbow.
Okay.
Do you know where he's from?
No.
Okay.
And it continues.
Okay.
I'm just like...
She's just listening to like the news portion.
Good thing we're not there, huh?
Yeah, she's like, that sounds terrible.
Or immediately just walks away.
I'm like, wow, that's awful.
Hate to be those guys.
Even deeper still into the sand system of the tri-cube planets of Acheron, where the war between the Chromageme and the Alloy rebels continues to escalate. Though the new discovery of melding has given the Alloys a bit of an edge.
Do I know anything of what they just said for the after part, or am I just
Nope.
like, what? Cool. Didn't think so.
That was your galactic news. Now to Penelope with your local news. Thank you, Movin. We can't talk enough about the collapse of the elemental chaos. Since it fell, the Great Inferno has been snuffed out, allowing the full might of the Coven of the Nine to be unleashed in our system. The galactic unrest neutralizers are putting up a good fight, but are being pushed back further and further. Talks of mass evacuation of Elysium are underway. We hope to have more on this subject soon. And then it just starts going into like
other regular
things.
Music.
Yeah.
Exactly that. That's
Yeah.
what you hear.
I like nudged and then listened and then now I feel like I'm not gonna say anything because there's like too many things. Like I'm just thinking too many things right now.
I'm dancing to the music.
So, Plonk stands in the music and then I'm just kind of like staring off aimlessly for a minute because I'm trying to just like
focus,
understand what like I knew that he said, try to think about the other stuff that I had like no idea what they were really talking about, but clearly it was still like related. So I'm just gonna kind of like, think for a minute.
All right. Back to the Minerva and Zoxa group. You're still all standing kind of like a crowd on this this large platform. You see workers kind of walking by, everyone giving you kind of like looks as why are you taking up so much space on our landing platform. But is there anything else? Do you have any plans as to where you would like to go or what you would like to do?
Cooper's going to get the ship.
Once everyone makes it to Ysgard Prime, you can all kind of split off and do your things. You're still on that floating island, so you're going to have to take a skiff over there at some point.
Oh,
anyway.
well then why are we still standing around? We've already decided what we're going to do.
Plunk's like, no!
Not another skiff!
I am going to ask Diambra, though. Was there anywhere in particular you were thinking of setting up a base where we can be?
Well, funny that you ask, because I was thinking, since the Obsidian Order has disbanded, their lair is open to us.
But we don't know that they're not going to come back.
And who's left? 1 and 4? I'm pretty sure we can handle them.
1 and 4, but there was also the bard and the other one that could do magic stayed behind too when we got on the ship.
I start swinging my necklace around.
So, I don't think they'll be around any. Oh, ooh, that's not accurate. They're there. They're not
There.
alive.
Oh. Well. Okay. Yeah, I mean then if it's just 1 and 4, then yeah, they'll probably just run away again. So I like that idea, actually.
Yeah, yes, the other two made quite quick work of them. Quite quick work.
Quite quick.
Quite quick.
Quite quick.
Quite quick.
Quite quick.
We may want to look into doing some type of temperature control, though. It's quite warm in there.
Yeah.
Open a window.
Take down that illusion window.
Yeah.
Well, put it back up!
So you all jump onto a skiff, and this skiff is barely. You would probably have to take 2 skiff rides because of the amount of people of you there are, and the hover speeder. Like it's gonna have to be the hover speeder and like maybe 2 other people, and then the rest of the people on another skiff. But that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 credits.
7. Goddamn.
I have no money.
Zox, so you're covering the cost for everyone.
Oh yeah. Wait, 7 full credits or 7 cents?
7 full credits, and the
What?
That's how it always is.
Why do I have cents then?
Yeah, no kidding, same.
Oh, because things were.
Sense other things have sense.
Yeah, other things have sense.
But it's a single
I
credit.
crawl on.
Yeah, you crawl. Well, they look at the body of Zanesi on the hover speeder, and they seem like they're tempted to ask for another credit, and then they just kind of, nah.
Wise choice, my friend.
Imagine.
So the 2 skiffs almost simultaneously meet their destination on Ysgard Prime, and you are on the... So you'd probably be on the 3rd ring, which is one that you're pretty familiar with. If you go maybe a mile or 2 to the west, you will actually enter the... how's it called? The opening to... Nidavellir. Like where the market is and everything. So that's kind of...
Where the staircase is to go down into the place that we're trying to get to. Ah, perfect.
Am I the only one that knows how to drive the bike?
The speeder?
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. Out of all the people that are there with you at the moment, yes, you are the only one that knows how to use that.
All right, so I'm gonna drive it, but I'm gonna ask that Diambra walks next to it to make sure that Zin doesn't fall off.
Yeah, I can do that. No problem. So she'll
Thank
do
you.
that. Kubrick. Boss, if you want, I can head over to the junkyard and get to work on all that stuff.
Yeah, go do your thing.
Cool. Actually, first, I'm going to go get the gun pod that we left, the fighter pod that we left on a different port, and bring that to the junkyard.
Okay. Hey, actually, before you do that, I need to ask you something. Come here for a second.
Okay. And he'll walk with just you.
Are we back yet with the group?
We all
are,
went back on the
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
So you take him aside.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Has Azaziel talked to you recently?
No. Azaziel actually doesn't talk to me like he does to you.
Okay. I know that he did talk to you that one time.
Yeah, well, he actually met me in person that one time. To have me do this for all of you. But
yeah.
No, he has not reached out to me.
If you do get any of that, let me know about it.
Yeah, absolutely. First thing I'll do.
All right. Go.
He nods, heads off.
Oh, wait. I was gonna ask him something.
Who, Cooper?
Yeah.
Okay, you can grab him before he's gone.
I was gonna go, Kubrick,
Can you try to find me something shiny at the junkyard?
Yeah, sure. Sure. Anything in particular, or just something shiny?
Shiny.
You got it. I will find something shiny.
Thanks.
Okay, that's fine.
That's it.
Something shiny.
Yes.
All right, so he heads off.
We all need a little joy, okay?
I didn't say a thing.
And where's everyone else heading?
Oh, we're back at the thing, like the big
Yeah,
marketplace
Kubrick's
thing?
gone. Diambra has jumped on the speeder with you,
Oh, I'm
and
just
she's
gonna-
kind of making sure Zin's body doesn't fall off.
We go to Vidalk without Cooper.
He's repairing the ship!
Honestly, if you went by other means, you would probably be to Vidal, finish up all your stuff, and come back before he's even done fixing, because that ship was severely damaged. So, so if you had other means of transportation, you could probably go do that ahead of time and then make your way back. Or you could, like I said, you can work on Diambra's problem, the thing she originally hired you for. So,
yeah, we gotta do that.
the Diambra thing.
We were hired to do it.
Yeah.
We've
There's money
delayed
in
it a
it.
bit. And also, yes, we need the money. Which was the whole reason we came here in the first place.
We are back where we started.
Oh wait, is this a place that's like dependent on the day? So can we go get jobs now?
You could maybe. Let's see what day of the week it was. Hold on, you guys left on
Oh, there's
the
no
rest
way.
day. 2, 3. It is the first day of work now. It isn't.
It was like over a week.
Well, their week is only 5 days, but yes, 5 days and a day have happened since you.
Oh, that's actually. I think that's perfect. The first day of work, so we'll be able to find work for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
A bit being 3 days.
So I just want to get my head around this. Your first destination is what? The lava layer?
I think so, yeah. Just to like get Zin's body somewhere we can like rest her.
Okay. Alright, so you all make your way to Nadavalier Market. Actually, how would you like to go there? Because you can, if you have a way to fly in, you can fly in through their little port thing. You could go through, I believe it was mentioned that you can head through Gurkus's place, or you can go through the silver mine.
I feel like
the mithril mine.
I feel like the mine is the most comfortable.
Yeah.
Seeing as how we didn't really talk to Gherkins, and we don't currently have a vehicle of which to fly into the rocks.
Yeah, you're right. We didn't really talk to Mr. Pickles. He was very sweet, though.
So, you get to the large staircase through Nadavalier Market, and now Nadavalier Market is bumping. This place is, unlike when you first went there on rest day and it was kind of slow and not many of the shops were open. This place is, it's hard to move through the crowd without bumping into people. Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's shouting that.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
But yes, you can make your way slowly with the hover speeder because it's very hard to get that through the crowds of people. But you can make your way to the massive stairwell that leads
Just go
down
up
to
a
the
little bit
lower
and go
levels.
over all the people.
And the hover speeder, you think that this terrain, meaning the stairs, shouldn't be too much of a problem for it. You've definitely taken it over worse. So yeah, so you can did you add the hover speeder to your inventory?
Not yet, because I couldn't find it, but I will do that as soon as I can.
It should just be hover. Oh, maybe I didn't. If it's not there, I'll make it.
Alright.
I think it is, but maybe not. Okay. Regardless, you make your way down, multiple levels. Down. And yeah, you
wait.
you found it. All right, so you can add that to your inventory, and it gives more specifics about terrain in the description.
Cool.
So, make your way down the stairs, you get to the mithril mine, and you begin to traverse your way through. There are some points where the hover speeder has a tough time getting through some of the passageways. But
Does the hover have like a headlight or anything?
Yes.
Okay.
You can turn the headlights on.
good.
Yeah, you can see in the dark.
Yeah, I'll make sure.
Sorry, my eyes hurt.
And then every once in a while, you have to kind of raise its height up a little bit or lower it, depending on, like, the walls, if they're too close together and it's having a tough time squeezing through or whatever it may be. But you're able to make your way through. Up to the point where you got to for the meeting with one originally. You have a path that goes forward, a path with a barricade that goes to the right, and the path that you took back in the direction that you came from. So, what would you like to do?
And I was unconscious when
He carried you through. Yep.
Well, we saw that there was like a pool of light or something to the left of us.
Oh, that's right, the glowing thing.
Yeah, so I want to try to see what that is.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else following Plonk heading down the left hand?
'Cause I
That's
remember
straight.
it.
That one is straight and to the
To the
left
left.
because there's straight and to the right as well. So
Yeah.
you head straight into the left. And who's going with
can
Plonk?
I drive the hover speeder there?
Actually, no. I would say probably not. It's a pretty tight hallway.
Right, then I'm just gonna stay on the bike then.
Okay.
I'll wait in the car.
Diambra will stay with you. And then anyone else?
We're going down the thing, and you said when we went last time, and I scooped that stuff out of the veiny thing. There wouldn't be more of that stuff.
The mithril? No. Yeah, you got.
So I'll just go with Plonk, I guess.
Okay.
Well, we can't see.
No, I can see.
Oh, I can't
You
see.
can't see.
So I guess I will go. Plonk will direct me, and I will just, and you can come with.
Okay.
Once you take that left and you head down, the path kind of starts at a decline, a slight decline, and then after you kind of turn the corner, you don't need help with seeing because the glow from this whatever this pit is glowing enough to give the chamber light that you can kind of see the edges and whatnot all the way around.
Okay.
If you would like, you can make either just a straight intelligence or a nature check to discern what this could potentially be.
Like both of us?
If you'd like, yeah. There's a table on the far side of this pit. Looks like there might be... Looks like there might be some old candles that have mostly melted away, possibly a book or so. There's a system of glassware and different alchemy type supplies.
13.
Tita, it's surprising that you don't know what this is, seeing as you dig holes underground and sometimes come across it. But Plonk, you think that this is, especially getting close to it and kind of giving it like a little bit of a waft. It's very acrid and it's very acidic. And you think it might be this might be an acid pit. Whether it be natural or man-made, you're not sure, but it definitely is some type of acid.
So what do I think it is?
I'm gonna go into my bag and take one of the leaves that I have from a vine that I took from what's her name's house?
Fairchild?
Fairchild's house. And I'm just gonna drop it in.
Yeah, so you drop it, and just like on water, it lands kind of like cupped a bit, and then from the center just begins to almost burn out as if there was a flame underneath it. Just the acid just...
Okay, so now that I saw that, do I know what it is?
You do, yeah. You're like, oh!
Change that 3 to 2.
2 leaves left.
2 leaves.
2 leaves from vines.
But yeah, there's like I said, there's a table on the far side, and then there's that.
I want to
pit right
go
in the
to
center.
grab any empty bottles and if there's stuff, potions and stuff.
Wait, you said there was a book?
already.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that for Zaxa.
Sure.
Oh, did I give him that other book? Remember I took?
Nope, you did not.
Oh well. Okay. Well, now
I specifically remember you not giving it to
Okay.
me.
Is there any weird
Alright, well, I wanna
stuff
take
over
that.
there?
Weird stuff.
Like weird, like alchemy stuff.
All right,
Well, they have.
Well, it's a table next to an acid pit. Weird is relative.
Yeah, they have like the old school like Bunsen burner with the beakers and the test tubes and all that kind of stuff. But what you do see that is kind of interesting is there's a set of 3 vials that have a liquid similar in color to what is in this pit, but it's almost more vibrant yellowy green. There's 3 of those. So you can write down 3 vials of acid.
I take.
Okay. Other than that, you get the little book. And yeah, there's not much else in it. Like I said, there's a little candlestick that's mostly melted down, and then all of the glassware. Good? Cool? Yeah.
Cool beans.
I guess, sure. I was thinking about the glassware for a minute, but no, it's okay.
See,
I want some empty vials.
Like, that's what I mean.
too.
Is there any, like, an empty...
So there's
something
nothing
like-
that you can cork. These aren't meant to be vials that you can cork and use. These are for, like, making and distilling and things like that.
Active tanks. For
Yeah, you got the 3 that were corked.
Okay.
Are the only ones that you saw that had that.
Okay.
So you make your way back, and there is the right way that you could go, the way to the right.
With the barricade?
Well, that was further back and to the right. You've moved up to the point, the forward point where it splits, and they went to the left to the acrid.
And they came back?
There, you could hear them around the corner chatting and whatnot. Is there anything that you two and D'Amber would like to do while they're by the acid pit? They're not going to be there long, but while they're there...
Hey, 2! You should know your way around here, right?
Yes.
Cool. Let's direct us to the hideout, shall we?
Yeah, it's this way. She points to the right.
Awesome.
So the...
We're just tinkering around, and he's like, oh my god.
Just standing here for a minute as they come back, I'm like...
So 2 leads you on to the right path. Everyone follows. And she says, we're here. And you all kind of look around like she's crazy. And then she's like, we're here. And then goes like this, and half of her kind of disappears into an illusion.
Hate it.
And she pops back out, and she's like, you coming? And steps inside. She disappears.
I'm gonna steer the hover speeder right into that wall.
All right.
Bad juju. Don't like it.
Bad juju.
Hover
Oh,
speeder
juju.
disappears. Minerva, Zin, D'Ambra all disappear into this illusory wall.
I walk in.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Poke it.
like hand first.
You like
and
stick
then-
it through into Freak Punk. I'd be like, ah!
Well, I probably do that. Yeah.
So you all head in one
Yeah.
by one, and what you walk into is at minimum 80 feet wide, 120 feet long, massive cavern, ceiling probably 70, 80 feet high. There are streams of lava that fall from the walls and pool, and they kind of make their way just throughout the center chamber there. On the far end, oh, actually, it looks like at one point there was a bridge that made its way over one of the lava
I know exactly
rivers.
what this looks like.
Yes, yes, you've seen it before. So it's broken, and one side is intact, but the other side, all the chunks have sunk down into the lava.
Mm-hmm.
On the far end of the room,
Looks like somebody took their time making it.
it looks like
there are stones that have been strategically placed to make like stairs that make their way up to like another 25-foot high ledge, 25 foot high, with a very large lava flow or fall coming down into
that looks
down below.
really nice.
Yeah. As if someone crafted it with such finesse. It looks so beautiful.
Nobody understands.
I was gonna say that was completely lost.
No one understands.
Because no one even got to see it because no one ever went there. Maybe someday, we'll see. But you step in there, you can see on that ledge, it's hard to see from this distance, and with the only the slight orange glow. But it looks like there's other things up on the ledge. It's just from where you are. It's tough to see.
Right. What types of things?
Sorry.
So, what's the plan?
Vanessa, where did everyone sleep? I guess we need a spot for Zanesi.
Yes, we should probably set her up on, if we can get her up there at the higher level, and she kind of points at the far end. The place where you were kept, you and Diambra.
I don't remember seeing any beds there, but yes.
Well, there aren't really beds per se. We just kind of do our own thing. Like, we don't... Some of us may sleep here, but most of us have other places to stay.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, I'm sure we can find something in that area for Zin then.
Of course. And if it gets too hot, there is an access hatch, which I'll show you when we get up there, that leads up to Gurkus's house.
Well, this rock looks comfy.
Right?
Just lay on it like...
Pat this down. Crick in the neck.
Yeah.
Just for fun, can I get a perception check from everyone?
Absolutely.
That was the right one.
Tita?
15.
Zox?
5.
Minerva?
16.
12.
Let's see if...
I had
how the other ladies
14, but it was kind of up against the edge, so I was like, I'll roll again.
So you had a 16, which is just barely over the cusp of what I was looking for. This is kind of hard to see. But as you're walking in, it's something that you kind of, as you kind of pull in with the speeder and you bounce, you kind of notice it off to out of the corner of your vision. Tita, it's a little different for you. You're just kind of zoning out, kind of meandering around, and you just kind of like...
Like, what am I seeing?
And you see this, it's like it almost blends into the rock itself. Like, it's hard to see, but it looks like there's a small opening that someone might be able to squeeze through. It's maybe like 15 feet up, and it's over a pit of lava, but there's a hole that's kind of up to the...
Am I
Like,
am I
in
like
the roof,
super
like?
hot right now?
Yeah, it's warm. It's very warm.
Oh, are my antenna coming up?
Yeah, a little bit.
So what do you, like, directly above?
So there's
like
all right,
hatchy
so
or like in the wall?
off to the left-hand side, you have a small lava flow that comes down into a pool. About 15 feet up to the side of that flow that comes down, there's a small hole, but like I said, it's like, it's almost kind of like it's overlaid with itself, so it's hard to even notice that it's there.
Okay.
But judging by the size of the hole, it would be tough for you to squeeze through.
Okay.
But you think you might be able to if you wanted to.
Okay. Minerva sees this.
Minerva,
as well.
you see this as well, but you're on the speeder, so you're kind of doing other things, but you do notice it.
Mental note for later.
Yeah.
Sounds like you need a small humanoid.
Sounds like you might need that.
Okay, so you make your way across the lava field to this this edge that kind of rises up. How do you plan on getting Zin up there?
So is it like is it something that we can just like walk up and I can carry her, or do we have to like climb up this?
So it looks as though this was originally designed for one, being a larger creature. He can just step from one rock to the next to get up. Someone like two or yourself or whoever else was in here probably would have to almost clamber up, like kind of use their hands to get up there as well.
Okay.
It would be tough. You could try to do it with someone on your back for sure, but you don't think it's going to be super easy.
Then is it like short enough where like if I climbed up first and someone else like held Zin up and I could like grab her and pull her the rest of the way, like would that work, or is it too high?
No, I think you might be able to do that. Who's going to assist you?
Me?
Okay, so why don't you, Minerva, make a strength check with advantage as Tita's trying to, like, lift the body up and you're trying to pull.
Alright. Okay, with advantage, that is a 15.
15? That is enough to get Zin's body up there. So you can kind of pull her up. And
He didn't even smash into that many rocks.
yeah, just all the way up.
Yeah.
As you approach up here, can you give me a perception check?
Yeah.
Let's say whoever's close behind can also attempt. Whoever's climbing up right behind you.
I mean, I guess
Only-
me.
What'd you get?
A 10.
10, okay.
7. Dude.
Yeah, so Minerva, you notice, like, just immediately, because you're looking for a place to put Zin that's going to be comfortable and safe and whatever. So you step up there and you don't do like a good look around. You just do like a quick survey of the area, and you see those cages that you were put in before off to the right hand side. You see the larger cage that's dangling over the lava flow that's up there, and the table where the bard was, who was, you know, using the crank. You see that there's a bookcase on the far, like directly across, straight ahead, which you saw before. Pretty much it's the same, exactly the same, except all of the things besides a few of the books are just gone, as if someone has wiped this place clean. Most of the supplies, a lot of the items, it looks like it's just been wiped clean.
Okay. Is there like any other table aside from like the one with the lever on it, or?
No, that's the only table. It doesn't look like a place where people would be living. It's more of like a let's go hang out at the lair and figure out our next plans kind of thing.
Hang out at the lair. Jesus.
At the lair. Well, how wide are the bookcases actually?
Wide, I would say probably 3.5 feet wide. There's not a ton. This looks like it's more functional than it is aesthetic. And yeah, like I said, a lot of the stuff that was on those shelves when you were here previously is gone. But there's a few books that remain.
All right. So you know what? Actually, I'll just carry her over to the table and just put her down, I guess.
Sure. What's everyone else doing?
Just exploring.
I don't know how I
place.
got up the rocks.
Did you get
Climbing?
up the rocks? To where she is?
Why don't you make an athletics check?
Okay.
4.
You get there. It just takes you some time. You're like clinging to rocks. Everyone else is just walking by you.
Literally. It was made for one, and I'm 4 foot tall. Like, I'm 4 feet tall.
Yeah, and he's like 12 feet tall.
Yeah.
A third of the thing.
So I have to, like, jump up, grab it, and, like, pull myself up to the rock, and then, like,
Every time.
jump, take a couple breaths in between.
Now, of course, the hover speed is probably
on the lower level because you're not going to be able to get that up on that cliff edge unless you make some type of ramp. But so you've all kind of congregated up top there, laid Zanesi down. Any further communications you'd like to have, plans you'd like to make?
I want to check out that bookcase.
Hell yeah.
Any of those
and
books.
It's funny that you say that because as you start heading over there, you see Vanessa, she starts to head over there as well, like looking at it. And she's like, they took all my books!
Uh-oh.
Bad.
And she starts, like, for the few that are left, she starts, like, pushing through to see what she can find. She's like, oh, good, this one. She puts it away. She continues to look through.
Take note of each book that she... Oh, good, this one. Oh, that must be a good one.
Well, actually, I have some titles here. If any of them sound interesting, I'll read them off real quick. What color is your dragon? All giants, great and small. Fungal crop rotation for underground dwellers. Accidental pickpocketing and other excuses. The arrow of benevolent intent. Recipes for disaster cookbook. A field guide to Fae. 1001 things to do underground. The myth of the useful bard.
Wow.
Thieves can't, or can they?
That's amazing.
That's great.
I'm not gonna lie, I stole all of these. Is your spouse a polymorph? Some signs they might be. So those are the book options that are available. And you see her kind of grab a couple of them and tuck them away, but most of them she just kind of leaves there.
Thieves can't or can't. That's amazing.
Are there any that you would like to take?
I got 4 out of the ones you named.
What?
Thank you.
Right. Oh, I definitely
I
want the
want
underground one.
I want the pickpocketing one.
There's a bunch.
I
There's a
want
bunch of
the-
different ones. So,
Yeah, I
so
want the
you
underground
keep in
one.
mind you have a bag of holding. So if you
Possible
really
that
wanted all the
fungal
books-
growing as well.
I mean, also, if this is going to be our hideout, they're going to be here to read.
Do I know how to read?
Oh, that's on you.
Do I know how to
I don't think no one's intelligence is negative, right?
No.
Yes.
No.
You're fine. You can read.
You're fine. You can read.
You might be a little slower than others, but okay. So Minerva,
The duh.
lead your team. What would you like to do?
Lead us.
Well, once we I don't know, have all checked out what we wanted to check out, and then we circle up again. So do we all want to do the job with Diambra, or do we want to divide and do separate jobs? Doesn't really matter to me. I'll probably be going with Diambra, but whatever the rest of you want to do to get money, to get a new ship, to get to Vidalk.
I would offer. This is Diambra. I would offer other suggestions on how to get to Vidalk, but if what you said is true and the waterways are being frozen over, then the only other, besides flying there, the only other thing I can think of is if you had some type of ship that could drill through the ice. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know that drills are made on Ysgard. I don't know how effective they would be for chiseling through solid ice, but
I mean, it'd be better than nothing. I guess we're just gonna need a lot of money. How much did you say we were gonna get paid for your job again, Diambra?
Well, I offered you 500 credits, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 500. I have slightly less than 100 right now. But
I have slightly over 100 right now.
Okay.
I have 0.
I don't even know if I want to say how much I have because
It's a lot.
it's a lot. Well, they know I have the 80 though, so I'll just.
I don't know that you have anything.
That's true.
No, but like they do, so they would
Yeah.
know if I didn't say anything. So, I would. They don't know that I even found out how much was on the other one. So, I have like almost 100. Totally lie.
Okay. So
Start
We might-
chuckling.
Yeah, I'm like I barely get it. No, I'm just kidding.
we might not even need to get a second job then if we do Diamba's job and we're successful and we all pool our money for the ship and a drill that can maybe get through the ice. But I guess the next question is, do we all want to do this job, or does anyone else want to do anything else while we're here that might help us get to the dock faster?
Go ahead.
No, I was just trying to think of.
Vanisa's gonna speak up then and be like, well, personally, I have no stakes in what you're working on now, but I would very much like to make my way to the Dalk and see if the planet is okay. As soon as possible, of course, not at anyone's inconvenience.
Would you want to do just, I don't exactly know what we could find out, but if there's any research that can be done on the elemental plane of water, and if I don't know if there's ever been a catastrophe that's happened to it before, but maybe knowing a little bit about its history and about how it functions can help us try to reverse why it's freezing. I'm not really sure if that would work, but it's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head. If you'd rather do research instead of Diambra's job.
That is a good idea. I did not expect you to come up with something like that. Research. But I most certainly will look into that.
Thanks.
She nods.
All right. Zoxa, Plonk, Tita, you up for a job, or do you want to do something else?
Still up for the job, Captain.
What do you need me to do?
If you didn't do the job?
No, if I did.
Well, I mean, I think Diambra knows a little bit more about what we'd be getting into.
Yes, and I was actually going to say that if you don't want to put your team in harm's way as they were last time, it might be beneficial if I scout things out by myself for a bit, and then pull you in later.
That seems sketch.
I don't know how I feel about heading off into a dangerous situation alone. I don't know if that's the best way to go about it.
What do you mean alone? Me? I'll be fine.
I mean, if you're doing scouting and stuff.
She says with covered in scars.
Yeah, from the...
She survived, didn't she?
Listen, I do
No.
not have my armor, I do not have my weapons, and I was taken by surprise. I will be a little more ready this time.
No, I'm not doubting that you can do it.
am.
I'm just
But no, I by all means, if you'd like to assist, then I would gladly take your help. It's just, I don't know that I want to make waves at the moment, especially after what just happened.
Okay. So how long would that take then, if you went off and did that by yourself?
I don't know that I would be able to give you a solid answer. I don't know how long it's going to take for the subterfuge. You can make an insight check if you'd like.
I would like to do that.
I'm gonna do that, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't care.
You're all in the back, a liar!
19.
19, okay.
15.
15.
I don't care.
What'd you get, Minerva?
12.
12, okay. I would say that all of you can tell that she seems to be earnest in her... she's not trying to whip up any more
Like, she doesn't want people to notice that she's looking into this. And if there's a large group of very non-conspicuous people, it might be a difficult situation that she's put in if things go the wrong way. So that's kind of the idea you're getting from her.
Okay.
She's like, and like I said, I will be here to make sure that Zanesi is fine. And if 2 goes with you, Kubrick will be here as well. So there will be at least 2 of us watching over Zin.
Wait, I'm confused now. I thought that, wait, is Diambra saying that?
Yes.
I thought that she was gonna go investigating. How can she do that but watch over Zin at the same time?
Because it's on the same planet. They're both at Ysgard. She's investigating on Ysgard, and she's keeping an eye on Zin in the lair on Ysgard. Well, it's what is it? Nidavellir? It's the same planet, though. Like, it's...
Is she, like... is she thinking that the rest of us are leaving? Like, we don't have a way to leave Ysgard yet.
Yeah, she knows that you had mentioned multiple times that you want to go to Vidalk because it's, like, dying, so...
Yeah, but we need money to get a ship to get there. The money was going to come from Diambra's job.
Very true.
Well, whatever could that look before?
Oh, you know what that looks for. It's something you're neglecting to mention to everyone.
I know.
Making my life very difficult.
I will pull 2 aside.
Okay.
And I will tell her that if she wants to get to Vidalk immediately, there might be another way.
Oh? Please explain.
I met
I wrote
a
it down
man.
for you.
I wrote it down.
I met a man down. I don't know where I wrote in my notes.
Other side.
I don't know what that is. So I met a man named Hikariah Merkfin.
Sure.
He's down in Muspelheim. Muspelheim. Close enough.
New Orleans.
New Orleans?
Down in NOLA. Just kidding.
He makes trips to Vidalk. Jesus Christ.
Can't even say your own planet's name.
I can't say anything today. He makes trips to Vidalk to send letters. He's a messenger. He's a mailman.
He's a mail carrier. Yes. Okay. They're fairly rugged folk. I would. So you said he has a ship?
I didn't say that. However, I am saying that. But he isn't sure that he can get through the ice.
He just might not have the right equipment. We could potentially see what he needs and make that happen, because I would very much like to get back and see how everyone is doing.
I would as well. But I must stay with them for now.
Well, then it looks like I'm heading to Vidalk alone.
If you get there, send a message back with Hikariah. I'll be sure to get there so I can get it.
I can certainly do that for you, Zaxa.
We'll be there as soon as we can.
Very good. All right. And I think with that mention of Hikariah Merkfin, we're going to end here for the evening. And it is 10 p.m. So, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I know that we certainly did. Don't forget, tomorrow's election day again. Please go vote. Make your voice heard. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful evening. We'll see you next week.